Welcome back to 1010's podcast with Michael and Adam and Robbie. We really do have to get moving this evening. Because
longest show ever.
No,
I'm late.
Dude, have time for that.
I'm sorry.
It is already 7:30 at night.
I gotta be back at work at 10.
He has to be back. I didn't know that until just now. He has to be back at work at 10. No, he has to commute there. So we have to account for that. 45 minutes. Okay. Let's get started. Adam's opener.
Show.
Kangaroo Motorsports Factory Fabrication. Adam's opener. Let's go.
So I came across these on these pictures that Robbie has on the MVP Track Time Facebook page. MVP is some sort of local-ish, I think Chicago-based track day organization. So if you're around there, give them a like and go drive on their tracks because I stole their pictures. But they have these super handy diagrams about understeer and oversteer and where that is happening in the corner and what you need to change on your car to fix it. And it's super helpful.
So, oversteer.
Right.
When I hit the wall with the tail of my car.
Right, when you hit it with the back of the car.
Understeer is when I hit the wall with the front of my car.
Right, exactly. And then there's, to finish the saying, horsepower is how fast you're going when you hit the wall, and torque is how far you push the wall after you've hit it.
Somebody's mad already. It's been a minute. It's been 90 seconds. Somebody's already pissed.
What, did I fuck something up?
No, it's super accurate.
Those are perfectly legitimate statements. Probably.
You're going to stick to that?
Yep.
Why not? Did I mess it up?
Nope.
Everybody always gets mad when people say that. I've seen it other places.
Why would someone get mad
They
when
get
you
all
say
pissed
that?
about that.
Oh.
Because somebody's like, actually, what torque is, you know what I mean? And they go on this whole rant. I'm just telling you.
So,
have you been on this show?
Some engineer is going to start commenting on the group.
Some non-engineer is going to start commenting.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Some fucking Facebook keyboard warrior engineer.
Hate those
On
guys.
the internet.
Their
Engineer on the internet.
Their mom's basement.
Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
It's fine.
So, oversteer.
Can we glean some other information from this chart? It looks like there's many categories.
Well, so
So if I have oversteer during my exit, I can fix that by reducing my rear ride height.
yeah, so they have things in there that I never even thought could affect
Your steering.
that sort of stuff. Yeah. Like changing rear versus front ride height can affect
Air spring rates.
well, spring rates make sense.
Well,
I
yeah,
get
obviously.
that. I can never keep track of what is what and when I need to change.
Yeah.
And then the thing I don't quite understand about all this stuff is okay, so say I have some mid-corner oversteer, and one of the things to do is to fix that is to change my spring rates. Wouldn't that change something else somewhere else?
And maybe.
You know what I mean? This is the hard part about this. It's trying to balance that all out.
Change one thing to change another.
Right.
That's why you only change one thing at once.
Right, I know. I think the real thing is that we suck at driving enough that
Who knows?
chances are
I won't even tell.
it's probably not the car setup that's the issue. It's the driver.
That has been a common theme of the books I've been reading lately.
To quote an IT thing, the problem is between the keyboard and the desk chair. It's probably between the steering wheel and the driver's seat.
100%.
But that's neither here nor there.
That's not on this list, so we're not going to worry about that.
Should have been the first thing they put on there.
Are you driving the car? Yes.
Are you an
Okay.
idiot? Do you know how to drive? Yes or no?
No.
Are you Michael Schumacher or
That should
Lewis
have been-
Hamilton?
That should have
No.
been the
Okay.
first step of the flow chart that they have here. Is this a flow chart? Is that what you call this?
I think it's a
Yeah,
flow
we'll
chart.
go with
technically,
flow
yes.
chart.
Am I using
think so.
that term correctly at least?
I don't know. They don't even teach that in business school anymore.
Flow charts? That's probably
I think
okay.
it's a flow chart.
So, I don't know. I just thought it was cool, and I think it's useful, and I think that you should go to MVP Track Time on their Facebook page and get these because they're sweet.
Should study it. Someone will learn something.
Maybe fix your car. Look at that.
Get that proper
useful
setup.
advice that you come to 10
Useful
Podcast
race advice.
For all your engineering setups on your race car.
There you go.
Robbie could nerd out on this for hours.
Just
hours.
I kind of hate you right now because this is
You ruined
just-
his life.
You
now.
sent me down a rabbit hole now.
Did I?
Didn't you?
Now he's thinking about stuff his car does.
Yeah,
and now he's reading the flowchart.
But he needs to.
Understeer during my corner exit. I got to increase my front rebound dampening.
But is that high speed or low speed?
Not on that. It doesn't matter on that one.
How much?
okay.
What's your throttle input?
All of
See,
it.
that's the stuff they don't put
It's
in
an
there.
on-off switch.
As it should be. Everybody knows if you stab the throttle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's how you get the
Especially
most.
mid-corner. I think
That's
that's
the most-
exactly where you want to
You get
stab.
the most out of your car.
Just totally misinterpret.
If you're
Cross belly,
understeering,
yeah.
if you're understeering and you stab the throttle, you probably won't be understeering anymore.
Smooth is fast is for losers.
Fast is fast.
Fast is fast. Fast inputs.
Have you watched the videos of like Ayrton Senna?
He's
not-
fast.
But he's not exactly what you
Dude
would
is
think
all
of
over
as
the place.
smooth.
No, you can see.
Yeah, his inputs are not what I would think of when I think of smooth. He's fast AF, so
Yeah, he's
damn
fast.
It, I just used that.
Is he
term.
loose
You
though?
did use
I'm
it.
super mad about that.
Is he loose though?
Probably.
He's
yeah.
probably loose.
Yeah,
He's
he's
super
probably
loose.
super loose.
I mean,
Loose is fast.
yeah. How can you be super controlled doing heel toe shifts with loafers on?
Those were driving loafers, Robbie.
Robbie.
Were they?
That's a thing.
Oh yeah,
Nah.
absolutely.
Driving loafers.
Get some driving loafers, bro.
Driving
Do it.
moccasins.
That video when he's
Those
on
are
NSX
things.
is
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
yeah.
Just casual, comfortable shoes.
You need to get some. Try them
I
out.
know Josh's old boss, who owns Excessive,
Yep.
or Motorsports or Autosports, whatever it is, in Sioux
Autosport.
Falls. He's driven some NSXs. Now, granted, he's a straight line guy, so
Yeah.
I mean, but he said like those cars are so twitchy, so touchy.
I can
You
see
know,
that.
and like I'm sure they're great if you know what you're doing, but if you don't, I think they're a real handful.
Kind of like a viper.
Yeah, probably.
Sneak up and
Except
bite
I'm
you.
not sure that those are any better when you do know what you're doing. Like at least the early ones.
No,
I think they're just bad all around, which
There's-
is kind of why they're great
that's exactly why they're great.
in theory.
That's why Robbie should buy one.
Yeah.
It's all mine.
Think about going from 340 horsepower
Yeah.
to 500 horsepower. Robbie.
Yeah.
And all the cylinder, the
could be-
more noise.
Then me and Dalton could be
But then,
right next to
but
each
you
other.
still don't
Yeah.
have ABS.
good. I don't want that shit.
Yeah, no, that just makes you slower. Everybody
It's more
knows
shit. It's
that
more-
ABS is bad.
ABS is terrible.
You don't need traction control.
No.
You don't want ABS.
No.
You don't want any of that horse shit.
I barely want power steering.
Just take off all the downforce and stuff. You don't need any of that horse shit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Do you need doors? Are you 100% sure you need doors?
I don't need glass. Just get that shit out of there.
Oh, we're gonna
Well, it
make this
doesn't
like
come
a-
with glass, so you're okay
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Yeah.
you just cut off the windshield.
Yeah.
Go like full F prepared.
yeah, open cockpit. It'd be good.
I don't see
Just
anything
gotta
wrong
make
with
sure
what we're
that
talking about.
just gotta make sure that your roll cage past. Jesus Christ, that'd be a wild setup.
No windshield viper with a roll cage.
Well, no, because like when you're autocrossing and people do that with Miatas,
Yep.
you have to pass what's called the broom test, where
Yep.
if you're sitting in the car with your helmet on, the top of the or you have a broomstick or a long board, and it has to touch the front of the hood and the top of the roll cage, and your helmet can't be touching it, which is one thing in a Miata. But that Viper's got such a long nose on it.
Oh, jeez.
That would have to be.
No, it'd be better.
Oh, it would be better.
It's less
wouldn't it?
angle.
It's less angle.
See, nobody thought about
no,
that.
it's better.
Well, and
Basically,
it's a
Vipers
Viper.
are better than Miatas.
Vipers are
I
better.
think is what we've decided.
No, you use too many words.
And you,
Vipers are better. That is the
And-
whole sentence.
And
Period. Vipers are
his
better.
day
well,
is
so
coming.
since apparently we coined the term Viata,
Viata.
Which is-
Vipers are always the
that
answer.
also works for this.
Yeah. People have been saying Viata, as in,
At least one person typed it as a comment on the internet.
That
was
is
it John, though?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. That's different.
No, because I shared our time trial episode, which you named Versa is always the answer.
It is, yes.
And someone commented Viata question mark.
Yes.
Viper,
Viper.
Yeah, see?
Vespa,
V10.
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 Yeah, exactly. Or V8 even.
I'll allow
but
it.
V10 mostly.
Yeah.
Right.
The more numbers after the V, the better.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's why you should get a Viper.
Yeah.
That was the end of the sentence. Just get a Viper.
Stop.
But it was directed at Robbie.
Hard stop.
You
get a
should get a
Viper.
Viper.
I should get a Viper.
They're so cheap, Robbie.
They're practically giving.
And
me
like
one.
we've talked about, they'll finance you on anything.
They will. And
They'll
it's-
probably
and they're
triple in
only,
value.
Yeah, they're only going to go up in value at
That's
this
true.
point. They
yeah,
stop making
absolutely.
them. It's a collector's
And
item.
I hear that people are really after cars that have been driven hard on the track.
Eventually, yeah.
I think that's
It's-
an important collector mark.
It's called Heritage.
Heritage.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
The key is
It's
just
got that's
the
some
key is
real patina.
you got to save all
Patina.
you got to save all your
getting
participation.
figured out.
I mean trophies.
participation. Yeah.
You got to
Ribbons.
save all those.
I do.
And then you sell those with the car as part of its heritage.
Yeah.
People will eat that shit up at Barrett Jackson.
It's a champion winning
Yeah.
something or
Yeah,
other.
make sure
for
you
this
say
thing.
logbook several times in the description.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will have a logbook.
SCCA logbook, people.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
This
Yeah.
is a serious race car.
Yeah.
This Viper. I mean, it was already the answer,
get-
but now.
You get those track decals, those little stickers that are the shape of the track, and you
Yeah.
just cover the hood with it.
Now I got to cover the full back glass.
No, we cut that off, remember?
Yeah, where else are you going to put them?
My bad. My bad.
Come on, Robbie, keep up.
Okay, I can't do it because we're talking about a Viper.
We'll
I can't keep up with a Viper.
You'll have to put it on the trunk or something then.
Yeah.
Put them down the side of the fenders like
We can just carbon fiber the whole thing.
well, you just do it like fighter pilots did on the side of their planes with kills.
Yeah, there you go. On the
Oh,
nose. It's got the front wing on that car is like 12 feet long, so you should have enough space to put it
Yeah,
on there.
that front fender.
Yeah, I could put
it's
it.
huge.
I could put it on the front fender and then have like a name on it. Like I saw a boat this weekend.
Oh,
It was one
Jesus.
of those like massive boats that have like the 2 Mercury V8s. in
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And the name of the boat was Mine's Bigger, and the S in Mine's was a $. And I was like, I bet it's not.
I was like, you're going to lose that. You're going to lose
Jesus.
that battle like the Ozarks. Somebody has a bigger boat than you,
It
I
wasn't that
guarantee.
big of a boat.
Damn. That's cocky. I like it.
Yeah, that was a loud fucking boat.
Anywho,
Understeer.
and oversteer. Mr. Buney and team are getting ready for a race this weekend that will
In
be
Brainerd.
They are
almost over.
scrambling
I think it's
to get it done this week.
it's a super cool track. I like
Picked
that
up a
place.
parts car. They're putting parts from the other car on the parts car to make all the things happen to
Yep.
do the race weekend.
That was a whole story that they told me on Monday. So
He's coming
Buney's
on
going to have to be on.
soon because I talked to him Tuesday. He can explain himself.
We're gonna have to find room for a fourth in the
no,
the
we're going to the
studio?
mobile studio.
Oh, we're going back to the
Not mobile though, because it's in one spot. If it's not like it's in a van.
yet.
He does have a van.
We could record in the van.
It's too hot.
Full
for that.
slip angle.
It's too hot for that. I don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
But
It's probably
anyway,
got air conditioning. We'll
But
pull
just
it.
at the
We'll
front.
pull it into the shop.
but I like the table.
We could put the table in the van.
Nah, I don't know if the table will fit in the van.
No.
No, that
The
attitude.
table was big
We're at a fabrication shop.
We'll just do it in the front of the studio or the
in the shop.
showroom.
Even though we have to
We'll
deal
do it
with
in the showroom.
even though we have to deal with the BMW flag
We can fix that.
and the other part of the
We'll
BMW
bring
that's
that
wrecked.
flag.
We'll bring our banner and just put it up over there.
When's the last time we said we'll bring our banner and brought it?
I sent
2017. I think.
Last year when we went to 2 years
2
ago.
years
when
ago,
we went to Grid
Life.
Life.
I mailed banners to Virginia.
Do we have those back?
No.
Okay.
One of them's in my garage. The other ones are in
What?
Virginia. Remember I ordered those? They had that wicked sale on the
He ordered
2
like
foot
3.
by 3 foot banners.
Okay.
I think I got 3 or 4 of them for like $30 shipped.
No, I don't remember that.
So I sent, what's his name? It's Zenke Racer on
Oh, okay.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So he asked if we could, set him up at his event. So I was like, yeah, sure. And I sent it to him. And I totally forgot to ask for him back. So there's a couple of
So those are
banners up.
gone probably.
Nah, he listens. They'll come back.
Or they won't.
Or they won't.
Whatever.
I'll go get them. It's an excuse to go to
There you go.
Virginia. I think it's Virginia.
Go to VIR.
West Virginia.
You don't know where
West Virginia.
Somewhere over that way.
It's in the upper northwest.
It's yeah. I was gonna say it's north and east of the
Virginia
shithole part of the
considered
country.
Upper?
No, you're right. It's pretty much just east.
Yeah, east.
That's just east.
Depends on if you look at a globe or a flat Earth map.
Well, also, that depends on if you consider Ohio the Midwest, which I don't.
It's
You just consider it a shithole.
No, I never said that. I just don't
It's
understand
not
how.
in the shithole area.
Well, it might be. I don't know.
South
I don't
and
have like
east
a.
of us is all
I don't
shithole.
have like a hard
No.
defined border for my shithole.
that's already no. It'd be the armpit.
But why is
I
that
don't know.
Midwest? That's neither mid nor west.
Why are we Midwest? We're like dead in the middle.
We're just mid. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like
Maybe a little north even.
maybe like
in a boot.
Nebraska, Colorado, where it could be like Midwest,
Is there? Yeah.
bordering on
Who's
west.
the Mid East?
That's what I'm. Ohio.
Ohio.
All right, Ohio's the Mid East.
Yeah, but that's not what they call it.
That's what we call it.
We got other shit to fix in this country before we get to that. So put that on the list. But
Yeah,
let's-
but that was easy and didn't cost
Yeah,
us any money.
well,
That's top of the list. That we can
if
claim
they gave
victory.
us the list, we
Let's-
could probably fix a bunch of other stuff
small
too.
victories, one at a time, add up to larger things eventually over time.
Yep.
It's fine.
The Mideast it is.
Go for the low hanging fruit first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fixed. All right. Factorfabrication.com. Looking forward to having Buney on and having him
Yeah, me
explain
too.
some things. They could tell us about slamming the car together and
I need to.
how well that went. He's at the home show. V Busy.
Make sure to let me know when that is so I can miss it.
No, that's part of the deal.
Oh, okay.
You are on the
have
list.
to be there.
He said things that we will talk about are, I think first it was you,
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
and then
that's why I'm not
second
gonna be
was some
there.
other stuff that was not nearly as important as you.
That's what I'm afraid
He's
of.
been saving this up for like 2 years.
I don't doubt that.
He's coming after you. You might have to do 2 shows.
You will feel personally attacked.
I'll just get up and walk out. I don't care.
All right. Adam, do you want me to introduce this?
I don't care.
I don't want you to have to take claim of it. It was just your suggestion, not necessarily your topic.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
So this is the topic this week is basically cars that we forgot about, which I think was something that Dallas
Yes.
suggested.
on the group.
He posted about an Element,
Yeah, because we.
which I don't know if like he was posting that as like this is a car that people forget, but when I see, I'm like, that's cool. I don't
remember that.
Or if it was just like this is the thing that existed that no one remembers.
That we forget about.
Yeah, because it was from that opener you did where we couldn't figure out what the Avail was, or it was never actually an Avail. It was a Trax, but I had no idea what it was.
I don't remember.
It was that episode.
Trax or
But-
Spark.
But
Look the
yeah,
same.
that was and I was like, that's a really good topic idea. Is like cars that, like, if you're just driving down the road, and you're like, holy shit, look at that thing.
What is
those existed at one point? Remember that car? That was kind of where I was at on it.
That's kind of where I went with it.
Robbie went a weird place with it by the sound of things.
As per the usual,
I won.
I left it quite vague.
And I think we all
and
did
open
different
to
things.
interpretation. And we'll see where it goes, where it takes us.
See, I thought we were all bringing pictures and we were all going to guess.
It's an adventure for all of us.
That's why Robbie should go last. Robbie should go last.
Why did Robbie? Why would he have put that together? And I'm gonna screenshot and post the entire conversation we had on this, and
It was like
see
2 sentences.
Yeah,
Cars that we forgot existed. So I was going to post a picture and then you go,
Robbie just
what
wants-
is that car? And then neither of you get it. And I go, oh, it's a
$10
blah, blah,
says
blah,
we
blah, blah.
do.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
but
that's
Robbie should go last.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
We can alternate. I can
Great.
go first.
You do
Whatever
one,
you
I'll
wanna
do one. Let's make it wild.
Okay.
You do one, I'll do one.
Okay. My first one, Robbie.
Yep.
Suzuki, which I feel like you could almost say,
Oh, no.
like I
All
could just
Suzukis?
end it right there. It'd be like Suzuki. They used to make cars.
Yes.
X90.
X90.
Oh, I don't know if I know what this is. It's not a
So,
Volvo.
so the Suzuki.
Oh.
So the Suzuki X90 is this goofy little like 2-door kind of like
Geo Tracker.
Geo Tracker, but like they have a hard. You could get them as a hard top,
Or
like
a Targa.
like a foldable hard top or a Targa or something weird. They're
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
they're super rad.
They have a trunk.
So like
an SUV
because
with
we
a
love
trunk.
these little 2-door
Yeah.
like 2-door Rav4s. Those are cool. 4-door Rav4s less so.
Yep.
Definitely less.
You know,
yes.
The newer, the worse.
Well, that too.
And the bigger.
But like we like these sort of things. 2-door Tahoes, 2-door Broncos.
Yes.
Those sort of things. This is like I saw one of these this week actually.
We're probably going to
Like
see 6 of
after
them.
I had
Yeah, was gonna
decided
s- I see those Geo Trackers. I never see these.
after I had decided that this is what we should do this week.
Yep.
And I'm just kind of like going through my head every once in a while, like, what can I put on my list? And I saw one of these driving around in Newton. And I was like,
Yep, that's
that's
on the
going
list.
on the list.
I actually have one like that too.
It's super, super cool. And I think that they're kind of neat.
I have a question about this.
Okay.
Is this the one with the 3-cylinder?
Dude, I didn't do any
Geo,
sort of
yeah, I don't even look it up.
research.
Doesn't
Come
matter.
on.
Geo had a 3-cylinder.
Let's go
motor.
with yes.
Good.
I bet it had even smaller.
Geo had a 3-cylinder motor for a while. I think. I don't care if I'm wrong. But my point was,
Even if most Metros were 4 cylinders, most of the time they were probably still 3
3
cylinders.
cylinders,
So
right,
we can claim
exactly.
that as a victory.
exactly, doesn't matter. Piece of shit. Didn't work. I don't know what my point was with that
little
exactly.
harsh.
It was just more that that Geo is bad.
I think Geo probably could, like their entire lineup could have gone on this list too.
The problem is
The Prism, damn.
the reason that we
That
don't
was a weird
we forgot about Geo is because
None of
they
them
just
existed.
literally disappeared.
Well, that's kind of what I'm
Rusted
getting at
into
with
the
this with most of Suzuki's line. Like,
Dude, Suzuki made a really nice car at 1.2 in recent history,
This
and then
was-
they couldn't sell any of them.
It had a straight 4.
does it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just got a transverse
If it has the
4-cylinder.
G16A, it's a straight 4.
Ooh.
Oh, the famous G16A.
The Suzuki Kizashi.
Kizashi?
That's why it didn't sell, because I can't pronounce it. Those were actually really nice.
Yeah, I think they were. And they weren't like the worst looking.
They looked pretty good.
They were kind of funky fresh.
I think they were cheap.
Well, yeah, they were Suzuki.
They still make them.
No, they do not,
Not
Robbie.
in
Are you kidding me?
America.
Not in America.
Oh, okay.
Not in America.
I was gonna say.
I was gonna say Suzuki Hizashi, and the first thing's like 2019. No, not here.
I thought it looked good. Nice car. It's probably not a great car.
I mean, not good enough.
Looks
that
like
you
a
bought
Jetta.
one, but
It does look a lot like a Jetta, which I think in this case
also looks
is,
like every other car.
Yeah, it's
which is
just a
kind of
car.
problem.
I think in this case is a compliment. It's some car that
Yeah.
looks decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not,
But it
good,
was cheap.
But it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, if it's cheap enough, then it's still good.
Right.
Yeah,
I think it was definitely that. I think it was fair,
it worked.
but cheap. So you go, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
For $5,000,
Wow.
it doesn't have to be
For
great.
$5,000, I would have bought one. It wasn't $5,000.
But not new.
Not yet, not new. Of course.
Now you probably can't find one for $5,000 because they're all less than that. You couldn't spend
Or they're
$5,000 on one of those if you wanted to.
The best one's not $5,000.
Exactly.
All right, should I do one?
Yeah.
The Nissan Cube.
I remember this car. It was
Okay.
ugly.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
about
of
this
course
car
it's ugly.
0% of the time.
Yeah.
It had that really awful back glass.
It had the back glass. It was
D-pillar?
asymmetrical on the back.
C pillar? D pillar?
back glass.
I don't know how many it is on that car.
Too many.
I'm going to go C.
1, 2.
3, 4.
We're looking at the side that's all
That's all
glass,
glass,
in air
which is the
quotes.
issue.
Yeah, right.
Is it all glass?
No, I think it's just a
Is
plastic.
there a black pillar there?
Yeah, I think it's just a
Okay.
plastic.
Oh, this is a rendering that's making it even harder to decide if it's real and what's not.
But I don't. It's fun.
Were
I
there
mean,
2 generations of that?
yes.
Yeah, no.
Are you saying that as in this is 10/10 fact?
That
I'm saying this
that actually
at
is
10/10,
basically
yes.
all glass.
The rest of the world,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not
See-
sure, but I don't have the energy to look it up right now.
Yeah.
That's basically all glass. It's got pillars,
Yeah, there's a little
it is,
pillar.
but it's
in there,
basically all glass.
I mean, and
you're
funky
good- if
Japanese
you're
car.
good-
What's
if-
wrong with it?
It's just like the Veloster. If you're gonna do it, why not do it on both sides?
though. Why do you hate the Veloster so much?
You know what? I saw a new Veloster today.
They're
Actually,
great.
I saw one in the N in the dealership.
Oh,
I was like,
sweet.
"This is
great.
What do you want?
Nothing
from
more.
What are you
anybody?
doing in a dealership?
It's a service story. I'll tell it later. It's not a positive experience. God damn it! I hate.
Good catch,
I
Robbie.
won't say that.
It wasn't that he was just
Not-
driving by the dealership
Nope.
and happened to see one. He was there.
those are on the showroom.
I happen to not love the dealership, and they're a little bit out of shape because they don't have a Genesis dealership anymore, and it makes life owning a Genesis in Des Moines annoying.
I believe that.
Because if there was a Genesis dealership here, they'd come get my fucking car and they'd drop one off for me. That's a different.
It's a whole nother life.
Wow.
I don't know.
I have a bunch.
How do you feel about your Porsche?
I have an opener
can't
that
do that
involves
either.
Genesis questions at some point.
I can't.
We'll get there.
I asked other Porsche owners what you do if you need a Porsche service, which I never will. But if you did, you have to take it to Omaha.
yeah.
That's not terrible. I mean, it sucks, but it's still not terrible.
I would not spend $110,000 on a 911 and then have to drive it somewhere to get it serviced that was 2 hours away. I'd be fucking pissed about that.
I get that.
My dad's number one rule in new car purchasing is if it doesn't have a dealer in the town you live in, don't buy it.
I think that's a great.
That's a pretty good idea.
If you
a
buy a
great
car with a warranty, but the only place they can service the warranty is 2 hours away, don't do that. That's pointless.
Yes. But the Nissan Cube should have had glass all the way around.
I
But
agree.
I crash testing though.
Dude, there's no way that's
What
what
difference
it
does
was.
it? What difference does it make?
There's no way that's what it was.
What do you mean?
It's not any
Well-
better by having it on one side.
Yeah, because then it's only better if it rolls to that side first.
No, I'm saying there's still metal in that corner.
But why'd they have to do the other side like they did? Why couldn't it both sides look?
Because it had to be funky fresh.
It's asymmetric.
I don't like that.
No, it doesn't bother me with the Veloster nearly
bothers
as
me.
much as it bothers Robbie because I can't see it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. From a distance, it looks the same on both sides.
Right.
Yes, it
This is glaringly obvious and upsetting.
Do you hate the new Land Rover with the offset license plate? Does that bother you?
Not as much.
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
The new Land Rover has a license plate that's not in the middle.
Okay.
It's off to the side.
I'm going to go with yes then.
It bothers you?
Yeah, probably.
Well, now
Now that you brought
about
it up, thanks a lot,
Son of a-
asshole.
the
Bring up the
Discovery.
photo.
The Discovery.
The Disco's got it? Damn it, that's the one that I would buy too.
I didn't know. Oh, yeah, that's super obnoxious and annoying. It's worse because it's a UK plate or a European plate, and so it's long.
Why wouldn't you just? Is this just so they can push it to the side and then have another Land Rover logo?
It's probably where the door handle is.
I'm not seeing it.
Somebody was
the door
like,
handle's up under the thing, anyways.
let's do something different, and that's what happened.
Freaking artists.
You're very triggered by asymmetrical things, aren't you?
Yes.
Fair
Everything
enough.
should be equal.
All right, Adam, what's your next one?
Ford Probe GT Turbo.
Oh,
GT Turbo. I've seen the Ford Probe. I've seen the Ford Probe GT.
So these came as turbos.
No.
Yeah, for sure. With
5-speed, right?
oh, I'm sure you could get them that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
Row your own, Robbie.
and I kind of
rear wheel drive. I'd be all about it.
no, they're not. Let's not get carried away,
I said
Robbie.
if.
Let's not get carried away, Robbie.
I'd cannibalize the Mustang. They wouldn't sell any Mustangs.
Yeah, that's the real problem here. According to the Wikipedia, they made 145 horsepower, which is not like
It's not terrible.
It's
not
more
like-
than the Mustang of the same generation,
know
so
that
that's good.
I'm not gonna say that because I've already pissed those people off enough. So we're gonna leave that alone. But it's turbo, which means you can just like put a manual boost controller in it and
Yep.
turn that bitch up to 20 and let her eat. Right? Like, what's the worst that can happen?
That's what I've heard about turbo tuning. That's the correct way to do it.
Hey, just get a manual controller and turn it up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
That's what everyone did in Audis
And your RX-7.
and the RX-7. People did that with the RX-7s.
It was probably good for the RX-7 though.
It's a
With
real-
rotaries, you
it's a real
never,
good way
you
to blow
never
up.
know. More is better with rotaries.
The thing that I always didn't like about the Audi thing, people put the manual boost controller in there, and then you'd wire a diode. You'd like crawl up under the front bumper and open up the wire loom, and there was a whatever it was, like yellow with a brown stripe or whatever it was. You cut that and solder a diode in there, and then would only let so much voltage pass to the ECU, so the car still thought it was making stock boost and wouldn't piss it off, which I always felt was a bad idea. But apparently the computer compensated for it still.
Weird.
People run them, with almost double factory boost pressure doing that. But Ford GT or Ford Probe GT.
Probe GT.
Probe GT. I think they're cool. I like the Ford Probe. The early ones. the later ones.
I don't
There's
dislike
multiple
the
generations of Probe, and
Probe's fine.
I think the later one is a better looking car, but the early one's kind of cool too.
Probe's good with me.
Yeah,
That's all right.
Should we keep going?
145 is
Back to back.
something.
The Subaru SVX.
Speaking of Ford Probe, they kind of look.
They look kinda the same?
The first gen Probe and the SVX are not far off. Robbie's gonna hate the windows on this. Robbie, do you know what an SVX is, Robbie?
Give me a second.
They're not asymmetrical, if that helps.
They,
But they are weird.
Oh, I hate these cars. I hate them.
so the whole window does not roll down.
No, it doesn't.
Only like the bottom half of the window rolls down.
And it was some insane amount of money when it was new.
Yeah, they're crazy,
Crazy expensive.
money.
What a weird car.
They have six cylinders.
Flat six.
They're basically front
It's a
engine
front Porsche. It's a backwards Porsche.
Yeah,
It's a Polar, not a pusher.
yeah.
That's a puller, not a pusher.
I don't.
This for me is
I'm
fun.
gonna say this and probably be wrong on it. Automatics.
I think that's correct.
I believe it.
I know they were optioned as such. I don't think that manual was.
Huh.
I like doing this show better with not fact checking anything. They were all automatics. The thing I like about this car though, is that it was Subaru being weird,
Yeah.
and it didn't really it doesn't make sense with Subaru as we understand it now. At
Old
all.
Subaru was way more fun.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
made a
Like,
truck with a rear-facing seat in the bed.
the Brat.
The Brat.
That's fun.
Yep.
They called it the Brat, which apparently is an acronym.
Is it?
Yeah, it's for something. I'm not gonna look it up.
Not important.
That's the theme for the show today. The SVX, which is super rad.
The first WRX rally car was sweet.
Right? The 2.5
The
RSs.
GC,
The GC chassis.
yes, good,
Yes.
nice.
Yep.
So
I even
nice they
like-
still use that engine.
I even like Bug Eyes. But then they kind of start to dive off
You know-
a little after that for me.
Subaru owners have ruined Bug Eyes for me.
Okay.
You know,
I won't disagree with that.
I mean, sure. I'm
did-
not going to ask you to go deeper on that statement.
I did just see a new STI on the way here. I thought that looked nice.
that's the problem with the new one. Every time I see it, I'm like, God damn it, this is a nice car.
nice.
Like you get
No,
in
no,
it,
I
and you're
get
like,
it.
Problem is
yeah,
that
this is nice in here too.
Someone's gonna ruin it. That's what really makes me mad. When
Give
it's
it-
like it looks great.
Give it
until
7
they get
years.
onto the Subi speed and they buy a bunch of.
No, give it
Tail
7.
lights.
No, it's not that. Give it 7 years until it's just cheap enough.
Right.
Not actually cheap enough
But
where you could
almost.
really afford it. Like this
They
person
never
with
get
no
that.
income, basically.
They never get there.
Right? It just gets just barely cheap enough where some moron can buy it, and then they ruin it. And that's what's happened to the Bug Eye.
Yeah.
It's just cheap enough.
Those are at the bottom of their depreciation curve for sure. A relatively unmolested Bug Eye is probably a good purchase right now.
Well, if a Supra that is stock is worth like $160,000, and then whatever that NSX sold for the other day was like $300,000.
Too many.
Yeah.
An unmolested Bug Eye Subaru's got to be worth at least like $95,000.
Yeah,
I would think.
I'm surprised
Oh,
there
that
ha-
Type R Integra that sold for $65,000,
Out of control.
No.
and the BMW 5 Series
Oh, yeah.
Sportback fucking
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
sold for $100,000.
Bring a Trailer is a real bunch of assholes. It's really what it's down to. They've created a world that I don't want to live in as a car enthusiast, and I blame Bring a Trailer. That being said, where's the Bug Eyes on Bring a Trailer?
I think
Or even the GC chassis. I can't believe there hasn't been like a
yeah.
really clean 2.5 RS on there yet.
the people. I think the thing about Subaru is the people that have them, that have money to maintain them, like really want to own them.
Yeah,
So they
they're
don't
like
let them
Saabs
go.
or
They're like,
Volvos.
I love this car. I'm not going to let it go.
Right.
So the ones for sale are the ones that the one people couldn't afford to keep, and they're all fucked up.
Well, yeah, but there's got to be somebody out there
There's at
who's
least
got
one out there.
who's got some collector GC.
Maybe-
That's not a 22B because that doesn't count.
Maybe what's going to happen is those guys will just get old enough where they start to die, and then those cars will be available.
There'll be barn finds,
No, but well, barn
which
finds,
is a
but
really
also
annoying term for me now.
it'll be barn finds, but also like good examples too. But now they're on the market because that person's dead,
Yeah,
and they'll be worth like
and his family
$200,000.
like doesn't care about it. They just want it gone.
No, I was thinking that people are greedy, so they'll send it to
Bring a trailer. and then-
Meekum or something,
Meekum
and
and
they'll go for $1 billion.
Barrett Jackson.
It'll go to Barrett Jackson for $1 billion. So anyway, the Subaru
That's
SVX pretty cool.
Sure.
Robbie doesn't like it.
Robbie,
I like
heck-
the window. The windows are probably stupid in the car, but from a somebody made it
When-
standpoint, it's fun.
When I was in high school, there was a kid in Sheldon that had one of these, and I remember the windows being really annoying.
Yeah, that would be really.
He was like the entry guy for out of towners who wanted to race people in Sheldon. Like he was
So
our,
you're saying-
he was our measuring stick because he didn't give a fuck. He would line up next to anybody, right? Because he was just like, I don't care, whatever. Like, let's do this. You're either faster than me or you're not. And
He's like the
if you're
first-
fast, yeah, he's
the
number
first
10 on the
boss level,
list.
is what you're saying.
He's
You know what I mean? When
No,
you
if
play
this
those
is- if this was
he's number 20 on the
low
Need for
rate,
Speed.
you play those low
Right,
rate
if we made like
video
a-
games.
if we
He's
made
the
like
first
a-
boss.
if we made like a Street Outlaws list,
Yep.
he'd be the gatekeeper. He'd be the last guy on the list. He's always on the edge of being bumped.
Huh.
That was a thing, man.
Well, that's
Yeah.
There's your SVX for you.
Sheldon's a weird type.
I'm not encouraging street racing. I thought it was stupid then. I think it's stupid now. I just know these things.
All right, let's keep moving.
Before Spencer jumps down my throat for talking about street racing in a
Don't talk
positive
about street
light.
racing.
You.
Oh, me. It's
Words.
the Via Cross.
Yes, that's on my list.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my next one.
Is it Isuzu? No.
Isuzu, yeah.
Is it
Isuzu.
Isuzu,
Isuzu
Via Cross?
Which sounds like a pissed off vehicle.
Isuzu?
Yeah. No, a Via Cross.
Via Cross?
Via Cross.
I don't know, man. Again,
Cross is an angry.
another two-door, right?
Yes.
Two-door.
Don't look at me to verify things. I'm either yes or no. It doesn't have any correlation to anything based in fact. I'm
I have one of these
here to
on-
answer questions.
I have one of these on my Instagram because I saw it in the Walmart parking
Dude,
lot years ago.
Every fucking time I see one of those, I go, that is fucking sick.
There's somebody in
never
Ames.
see these.
There's somebody in Ames that daily drives one, just like what Robbie has pulled up, the
yellow?
yellow one. And so I see it semi-regularly. It makes me so happy every time I see it.
I don't know why they didn't sell 10 billion of these. They are awesome.
They should be everywhere.
But you know what's funny is that like people love those. They're cult classics. They're
Yep.
they're like almost everyone thinks they're cool. They're really not any different than an Aztec.
You
And
shut your
people
mouth.
hate
Don't even
those.
say that.
Hate
this
them.
looks so much better than an Aztec.
I can't believe you said that, Robbie. I'm surprised you're on board with the Viacross, Robbie. I'm proud of you for being on board.
This would be a fun car.
Look at that. We got 3 thumbs up from the Viacross.
Oh, it's the Viacross and the IQ, and that's it.
That's probably accurate.
That's fair.
God, we have the worst taste in cars.
Dude, they are not like quite cheap enough that it makes sense to buy.
because they're expensive.
What's one of these cost?
So I found one in maroon, which is probably not your color of choice.
No,
really.
yellow would be my color of choice.
We need to be loud.
Yeah, if I'm going to do this, I'm going
Let's
to do
see
it up.
here. What else we got? It's got 180,000 miles
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Well, it's basically brand
with
new.
a newer transmission and transfer case.
It's
No,
fine.
see, it's
So
good.
that's not so bad.
It's good.
Let's see what else. Well, some other details. I don't give a
Right,
shit.
drive it.
$6,000.
Oh,
The thing is that there's
that's
like a
odd.
devout following of people behind this. And so like you buy one of these and now you're part of a club.
Yep,
And those people are going to do whatever it takes to help you keep it on the road.
that'd be all right.
So it'll be fine. It's not the 240 community.
Those guys all want them. They all want to die.
Yeah, they're all like, part out.
out.
Let's do this.
I need that gas cap.
Yeah,
Can
you should sell me that
crash car?
fender.
Yeah.
I think it looks
You show
fantastic.
me your dash pad.
Speaking of fenders, there's somebody in Des Moines selling carbon fiber 350Z fenders for like $400.
Ravi.
And I can't do it.
Ravi.
I can't.
Come on,
I
Ravi.
won't do it.
You're not
Come on,
spending $1,200 on a diff, so I don't see why you can't do
Yeah.
it.
No.
You're just not spending any money on anything, are you?
No.
What's up with that, Robbie?
Because I don't want to. Because by the time I do that, I throw it into a wall and I hate myself.
Ravi.
True.
Come on.
That's very true.
It's
No,
not, it's
but-
not. I need to be able to thrash on that car.
I believe in you, Robbie. You
Don't do
can
that.
you can just swap the fenders from street drive to track.
That's a
it's
waste
fine.
of time. No.
You would do
That's-
it though.
That's like too. I would do it.
Just engineer a way for them to be quick disconnect.
That's not that hard.
And just hot swap them.
I don't want to do that.
Damn it.
But I would like to have a Viacross.
Viacross is
This would
nice.
be a great vehicle for me to get to and from work every day, regardless of the weather.
Right. You
And
could
then-
just point the thing in a straight line,
Yep.
the shortest path,
As the crow flies, I
and
could get
go.
to work.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I would not get. Jess should get rid of her Edge, and she should get one of these.
There's a 0.0% chance that she's on with that.
There's no
but I'm
blue- I'm-
super
if it-
in.
There's
If it
no
was-
Bluetooth in there. I can promise you that.
if it
We
was
can
four
fix
doors,
that.
If it was
True.
4 doors, maybe.
I don't even know if they really have a back seat to speak of.
No,
So
but this would be fun.
they're super cool. I love them.
Okay. Next one for me.
Yeah.
Since I'm not doing the Viacross,
Took it away.
my list takes an odd turn.
Okay. I only have one
Goes
left.
in a different.
so-
Okay. Well, I'll do this one, and then I can do the last few on my list.
Okay.
Well, I'll do this one. I'll do an order of absurdity. The BMW Z1.
Is this the one with the doors that fold into
Yeah, I'm sure
themselves?
he knows nothing about this.
Is that the car?
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the doors.
The doors fold down, Ravi.
Yeah, it's ugly.
It is kind of.
It's not the best looking car.
It is
It was
the weirdest
many,
car.
many monies.
It was a lot of money, and I kind of wish that more development was done on the doors, because if you watch them, they're cool.
Yeah,
I thought
the
that it
video
was-
of them like
I thought it was
openings
fake.
kinda-
The
It
first
kinda
time I
looks
saw a
fake,
video, I thought it was like some crazy Russian person who had built these, because the video was pretty sketchy. But it's real.
Yeah, I always thought they were fake.
Yeah.
So
Or I was sitting there like,
It's
how does
not
it?
a good looking car.
no, and don't look for one very hard, because there's not one in the United States. So
Oh, really?
They made like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson owned one.
Of course it did. How did he even fit in it?
His wife owned it.
Oh,
His wife
I
was
was
also
gonna
tall.
say,
But,
he-
You would be
I was gonna
great
say
though.
his,
You don't
his
have
whole
to.
head would stick.
You don't
above
have to worry about door dings, or at least the
dinging other people's
yeah,
doors.
giving door dings. You have to
I
worry
think-
about your kids.
I think it's an interesting concept that maybe could have been explored a little more. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the problem is you have to like climb over.
You still have to get over
get
the sill.
out.
Yeah. it's a lot of sill. It's like getting into a McLaren though. It's
Or a
Except
Lotus.
way
Have you gotten
worse.
into a
it's
Lotus?
just got.
Yeah, but it's
it's
that's more-
difficult
that's-
to get
yeah,
into
that's
a
more like
Lotus.
yeah,
But that's part of the charm.
Cars that are difficult to get in and out of are better.
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Cars with roll cages, cars with wide carbon fiber door sills,
or
cars
really,
with
really,
fours.
really
4C,
thin.
the
yeah,
4C.
The 4C has a
Yeah.
wide carbon fiber sill.
Yeah, like
and it's good.
have you seen a door open on a 720S?
Yeah,
It's
That
like
door
it's
sill's like 19 inches wide. You sit on the door sill and then like
over.
slide yourself into the seat,
worth it.
which is below the level of the door sill.
Yes.
because carbon fiber monocoque.
Okay, Adam's turn.
The last car that I have on my list, which is a car I used to hate, but I've shifted.
You've come around.
And I'm certain I'll be the only one in this group.
Yes.
The Plymouth Prowler.
Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Don't hate it.
So I saw one this weekend.
It's been a
for sale,
long time.
and I think they look cool.
Bring
I
it up.
said it.
Let me see.
They look cool. They've come around and
They've aged well. is
they've
what you're saying?
aged well. Yeah. Like a fine wine.
Like a not shitty wine.
Like a bad wine that got a little better.
Yeah.
Like a boxed wine that you found in your basement.
And it's not as
somehow
bad as you
still-
thought it was
yeah.
going to
That
be.
was like 10 years later and actually turned out good.
Yeah. You look at it like, I hated that car. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not
Eh.
quite as bad.
Actually, you know why I hated this car? Because they never really depreciated.
Nope.
Nope. Not even a little.
And they were always $1 billion. And
Yep.
they weren't fast.
They still are
Nope.
$1 billion.
And
And you
it
wa-
seems like somebody always buys the stupid trailer thing that goes with it, and the whole thing looks dumb together.
I forgot about the trailer
Trailer.
thing. That's funny.
Oh, here we go.
And I just go, I hate all of what's happening. I don't like it.
The trailer thing, I have some things to say about those. Not just Prowlers, but Fieros and DeLoreans and Volkswagen buses, because that seems to also be a thing for them. It's dumb. Stop. Don't. I don't like it.
I'm not a fan of people that take C10 Chevy trucks and put
Yeah.
the bed on a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
So like you got a
Yep,
C10 and you're pulling a C10.
So my dad
like it.
has multiples of those, but he uses them as trailers. Like one of them is always sitting behind his shed, and it's where all of the scrap metal that he produces
Oh, I see.
goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when it's full, he hooks
Takes
it
it
up
in.
to the truck and takes it to the scrap yard, and they pay him for it, and he parks it back behind the shed again. And then
That's fine.
it's literally like a truck frame that someone hacked off behind the cab and then welded two beams that come to a point and then put a hitch on it and wired it up as a trailer. Just like pull the center section and send it, or maybe even leave it in there. I don't remember.
I don't hate the trailers on the Prowler.
You've changed, man. You've
Damn it,
changed.
Robbie.
It's too practical.
You've changed.
So here's the other strange thing I've found out about Prowlers, because I'd spent
Too many
like
minutes.
3 minutes looking. All of them have less than 20,000 miles on them.
I
All
believe
of
that.
them.
it's like everybody bought them.
There's no set. Yeah, everyone bought them, just like the SSRs, I'll bet.
Yep.
Which is kind of another vehicle probably no one thinks about. My dad's neighbor has one. Everybody bought these because they're going to be worth something someday and stashed them. And all of them have no mileage.
These have like a shitty V6 in them, right?
I think.
Has
I
he
don't
got
know.
the 3.8 out of the minivan?
I don't know if it's a V or an inline, but it is a 6.
Yeah.
I could have swore it was a 3.5. It's an automatic transaxle.
Yeah. This could have been real good.
Could have been so good.
Real good.
This could have been so good because
Hold
they
on.
look cool.
I'll look up one fact.
Okay, look it up.
3.5 liter V6,
God damn,
4
I'm
speed.
good.
4 speed,
Automatic.
Yeah.
like Robbie said. That's what annoyed me.
You could have put a Viper V10 in that bitch.
I've seen somebody putting a Hellcat in one right now.
That would be great.
That sounds okay.
One of the like head mechanic or whatever he is at Titan Motorsports,
Yep.
which is a famous 2JZ tuner. At one point, he was putting a big turbo 2J in one of those.
Oh,
That would have been fucking sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, I still think it'd be funny to buy one and stance it
Or put zoomies
because
on
it doesn't have fenders
It needs zoomies.
on the front. Fucking lake pipes. God damn, that'd be cool.
You could make these awesome.
I think they're cool.
You could make them way cooler.
Yeah. I think
Could
it'd be
be
funny.
improved.
I just think it'd be funny to stance one because the front doesn't have fenders. Just look hilarious to me.
All the way over.
Okay.
You've changed, man. Stancing things.
I'm
You've
not-
changed.
Thanks, man.
I can't believe that Robbie was in on that. 2 thumbs up. Not 3.
Doesn't
though.
like the AMG Mercedes.
2 out of 3 thumbs up.
He likes 0 AMG Mercedes, but he likes that.
I
like
have
some of
I
the
have an
AMGs.
opener that involves fast sedans. We can do that next week.
That sounds
I hate
great.
them all.
Robbie's
sounds-
gonna love it.
Excellent. My list continues to get weirder. The Spiker C8.
Oh, that's not that I forgot it. It's that there's like 3 of them
There's
and
3 of them in
nobody
existence.
knows that it's a thing.
I love the Spiker C8 so much. It's got an Audi 4.2 liter V8 in it.
Yes.
And I think later they may have increased the capacity of it.
Yes.
It sounds excellent.
Yes.
It looks the shit.
The shifting thing is sweet.
Yeah, find an interior photo.
Paris
after you-
Hilton owned one.
Look at it. It's
It looks like it's from a video game.
ridiculous.
I'm
looking.
gonna say this. It's not as good as I thought it was.
Nah, you need the one with the top
Yeah,
on
let me
it.
find
The
it.
Take the
side-
top
the
off.
I found
side
the
vent-
that was the first picture.
Find
that
one
popped
either
up.
with all the hoods open
The side vent things.
or find one with the interior shown because the interior is
I remember the new
the business.
The shifter
What's
thing
the
is
new one? The new
crazy.
interiors looked really good.
yeah,
There we
the
go.
one that
The one that just
followed it is
Yeah,
excellent as well. Like, look, I mean, the shifter.
The interiors are tops.
This is a car you buy.
That is a steering wheel they took right out of the Audi parts bin and stuck it in their car.
Well, I think in other
I've literally-
countries where airbags weren't required, they had like a really dangerous metal steering wheel.
Which is awesome.
Which would look great with the rest of the car.
Can I buy that as an option?
Yes.
An optional extra?
Probably.
so.
They'll sell you an extra steering wheel.
Yeah.
It's just, it's style for the sake of style. It's ridiculous.
I like brushed aluminum in interiors.
Agreed.
Actually, that looks nice. In silver, that looks great.
Yeah, the ugly
Yeah,
orange.
that
didn't
orange
work.
didn't work for me. And normally I like orange cars.
No, this car needs to have kind of a plain color. It's not.
Yeah, because the side
it's
vents,
loud. It's loud enough.
The side,
Yeah, it is
the
loud
side
enough.
vents are really not good.
But excellent. Really like that. And then my last choice on here.
So we've gone from least to most absurd. So this is
Yes.
more absurd than a Spiker C8.
It's probably not more absurd than a Spiker, but I really, really like this car, and I would probably give up a limb or a semi-critical organ for this car to be able to get one.
One kidney and a quarter of a liver.
The TVR Cigaris,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes.
so good.
Yes.
While we wait for Robbie to pull it up here.
V8s,
Provide
Robbie.
him with any pictures.
Rear-wheel drive, V8s. Is this the one with the exhaust
No, I think
that
this
comes
has a
out?
straight six.
Is this the one with the exhaust that comes out the side right behind the back wheels?
Yes,
Super rad.
and has a clear rear spoiler.
Yep.
God, it's so cool looking.
Yeah,
a good-looking
inline six, 0 to 60 in like
It's kind of
some insane time, like
kind of
3.3
vipery.
seconds. They were
Kind of.
not that expensive when they were new. They were like a little
they
more
never
than
came
Corvette
here,
money,
I don't think.
and then we never got them.
Nope, never.
Uh,
You can import them now, though,
what is that movie?
It's not old enough.
isn't it?
No, they
gotta be
they made
close.
these up till like 2000. No, it's not even
There's
close.
some hacker movie with.
Oh, they only made them 2 years, 2005, 2006. Gotta
Oh.
wait a while.
That's plenty of time to save.
I don't think they're that expensive though. They're
some
like
movie
Corvette.
where
Perfect.
the hero car, or well, not hero car. There's a car.
Uh,
or one of the
Swordfish.
Is it Swordfish? I wanted to say it was Swordfish, but I felt like I was wrong.
We're not looking it up.
No, I think you're right.
I looked up
Halle
one fact.
Berry,
That was enough.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, our tits are out the whole
Yeah,
time.
her tits were out.
Yeah,
weren't
that's-
they?
Swordfish.
Mr. Skin over here.
Oh, that's right. That is a sign. They have him on the radio. They interview him
Yeah,
every
they're
week
gonna-
on 103.3.
Do they do it every week?
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
It's at like 7 a.m. or right
That's
before
bad.
7 a.m. So I hear it on
So
the word.
one of the things I loved about TVR was their like penchant for ridiculous paint colors. That was one of the things.
Yep.
They love their really loud and flashy paint colors. The only reason I know these cars exist is Gran Turismo.
I do remember it from
Fair.
Gran Turismo 2.
Yeah.
But just I love TVR.
TVR is good.
I hope there is a day
Oh, that'd be a great
when I
day.
can have a
That'd be
TVR.
a great day.
Speed 6 maybe. Which
Even
is
if it
more
kills me.
money.
Would you sell your Porsche to buy this
You know,
and import it?
I would sell his Porsche to
No,
one of
because
those
I think
for him.
you would just be disappointed all the time with the TVR. I think it would constantly
It's a don't
No
be a
meet,
pain
way.
in the
don't meet your
ass.
heroes.
I think it'd constantly be a pain in the ass. I think
Nah.
you'd want to own it for a while and then probably get rid of it.
Well, I'm sure you could turn around and sell it for everything you put into it.
track the piss out of it.
Don't do that.
It is a British
Wasn't there one
Russian car.
Isn't there some point many moons ago where you took Jabay down an ebay.co.uk rabbit hole where you were looking at
TVRs.
greater than 25-year-old TVRs and how
Yes.
ridiculously cheap they actually were?
Yeah, like 4,000 to 5,000 pounds.
Yeah.
That's not very many pounds.
That car, I'm looking at some specs. That car weighs 2,300 pounds.
Oh my God.
So light.
So good.
I'm going to make this statement. That weighs less than a new Miata. And I don't care if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
don't
There's
think
no
you
way
are.
you're wrong. That's like 28.
And it makes 400 horsepower.
Be so much fun. And
That'd
you know
be a-
it's going to sound
That would be a
ridiculous.
blast.
Be so much fun. It just
I
it
think
looks
they're-
the business.
I would
think
never let
they're
you miss a track day.
Glorious looking.
They're good.
He will for sure miss a track day, and it will be the car's fault.
Well, yeah, but
That's why you have another car.
that's what the Porsche's for,
That's when you bring the Porsche.
or the Fiat,
or you get
instead
a
of Ferrari.
Vet.
Yeah,
What kind of world do we live in where a 70s Fiat is more reliable than your mid 2000s car?
Because it was made by the
That's
British, financed by the Russians.
That's where you know that your life choices have been poor, but also
great.
Also, I think the center section of the hood is either attached to the motor or not attached to the hood correctly, so it moves around.
Like a shaker.
it's like a
hood?
shaker.
Shaker hood. I love shaker hoods. Shaker hoods are the best.
They're not the best.
I don't know.
Whatever,
that they-
dude.
they're
Shaker
super-
hoods are rad.
Super weird.
I love it.
No,
What's wrong with a shaker hood?
I don't know. They're
There's
just weird.
some fire like mid 70s Firebirds, or
Yep.
maybe just one. I don't remember. The
All of
shaker
them?
the shaker
Continue.
hood that was on it had a flap on the back facing the driver that would open up, and it was vacuum operated. So when you
Hit
nailed
gas.
the throttle and your engine would be pulling full vacuum, it would pop that vent open, and then you would get more air into the hood scoop.
That's just great engineering right there.
Yeah.
Well,
And it went shake, 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 shake the whole time you did it.
the Cal induction hoods did that on the
Yep, Cal
GMs,
Inductions
the
did that
Chevelles.
too. Yeah.
Cool.
Why do you hate cool things, Robbie?
I don't. I like some things.
They didn't have electronics back then. Robbie was the 70s.
Vacuum.
Yeah,
is
But
a-
everything was in
Bet-
black and white
Better times.
and no power to speak of anywhere.
Good.
So we had to use vacuum to
everything
operate
was in
things
black and white. You just walked around. It was monochromatic everywhere.
all the time. And everything was vacuum operated.
That was a better time. Just saying.
If you even had power brakes, they didn't work very well.
And that was like rich folk
Yeah,
options.
rich
power
people.
brakes.
Vacuum operated. You need vacuum, which requires some throttle input to operate your brakes, which shouldn't be operated while you have throttle.
That's not important. Why are you poking holes in shit?
Details.
It was the 70s.
Should we play Robbie's game now?
Let's play
Yeah,
Robbie's.
apparently. I thought we were playing a
Topic
game.
number 2. Let's do Robbie's game. Robbie's game show.
Robbie's gonna be really bummed out when he doesn't stump either one of us.
I know,
on
that's-
any
that's-
of these.
Now we're gonna lose on
That's
all of them.
that's the frustrating part. All
I
right.
am fully prepared to draw on my inner
Remember when we talked
obscure
about
car knowledge.
getting a bigger TV?
I really bummed Ryan Seiler, friend of the show, out just this week with my absurd amount of obscure car knowledge.
Yep.
Because him and Josh and I have this long running talk about what track car I should buy, and he's a Honda fanboy.
Yeah, of course.
He loves the Hondas.
The Hondas.
And so every time we get into the subject, he just starts sending me for sale links to like Civics and Integras and stuff like that. And he was like, I was talking about the GM cars I could buy. He's like, fuck, you should buy a Vibe GT. And I was like, actually, Vibe GTs were basically just a Toyota Matrix. They had the 2ZZ in it, which is the same motor that's in the Elise. Probably would be a great car. And he's like, why do you know that?
Everybody knows
just
that.
do. Just
I
do.
thought everybody knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's common knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Not when you're a Honda fanboy.
Yeah, he wouldn't know. All right. Car number 1.
The Mitsubishi. Come on, Adam. I can't think of it. The pickup truck. The Mitsubishi pickup truck.
Knowing Mitsubishi, it's probably just called pickup truck, or it's called the Eclipse.
It's probably the Eclipse.
The Eclipse pickup truck.
Sport truck.
I
don't-
honestly couldn't
can't
care at
remember.
all.
the Mitsubishi Raider.
Raider. No, because the real Raider, the Raider I want to know exists, is like a small 2-door SUV that Michael chose at one point for a Craigslist challenge,
And somebody should have bought.
and now I know exists and love.
Yeah, so they stole the name from that because this is just a rebadged Dakota.
Toyota. No,
Dakota.
Dodge Dakota.
Dodge Dakota.
Yes.
They sold 21,000 of these, almost 22,000 of these from 05 to 09.
Isuzu did the same thing with the Hombre and the S10.
They did. What's really weird, though, they built 9,800 in 05, and it took them that entire time to sell them.
Wait, say that again.
So they sold almost 22,000.
Yes,
They built 9,800 of them in 05.
and they went, oh shit.
Yep. because they only sold like 2,000 the first year.
Mitsubishi is the worst
I think
vehicle company of all
that's
time.
just a reoccurring theme in Mitsubishi.
Who is running Mitsubishi's vehicle program?
Do they have a vehicle program?
They make a car,
I
allegedly.
refuse to put it on the news, but supposedly we're getting another Evo, people.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Is
why I
it
didn't-
called an Evo, but it's actually a crossover SUV?
No, like
non-turbocharged.
They claim that they are legit working on the 11th generation of the Evo now.
Because they went, oh shit, nobody gives a fuck about anything that we do anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crossover.
The Evo 10 at the end of its run sucked though, because
It really did.
They got rid of the
I
Recaro
don't
seats.
think that the Evo 10 was great at the beginning of its
All
run.
right, the Evo 10 fucking sucks.
It
Then.
did.
There it is.
It's awful.
The Evos before that,
8s and 9s are great.
They're
not good cars though.
Well, the
like as a
engines-
car,
The engine, I think, leaves something to be desired.
Transmission
sometimes.
as well.
the interior,
I've never been in one.
I don't remember being in one.
the exterior.
What's wrong with the exterior?
They're not bad.
I like the look of the Evo.
I mean, besides that fact that it has too many doors, but
That's what I was saying.
Well, there's that.
I'd rather would have had an
But
Eclipse.
that, like, Subaru did the same thing. All the Subarus that are cool and fun have 4 doors.
he's not wrong.
except for the GC chassis stuff.
Well, yeah, but the old Evos you could get as 2 doors too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
I don't want.
like,
I don't. If
like
if
Evo
I'm gonna,
3, 4, 5s. Those could be had as 2 doors.
if I'm gonna have a sports car,
Yes.
see what I'm saying? 2 doors.
No, I'm with you on that.
Yes.
I'm not buying. That's the idea of the compromised car.
It's
I
tough.
don't like.
But almost everything is compromised in some way.
Yeah, but nobody really wants. Like
A 4-door sports car,
yes,
a
that's what I'm
Porsche
saying.
Panamera.
That's not. Nobody wants.
No, nobody wants a
Have I-
Panamera.
Have you swung because of your
No.
your Porsche fanboy?
Nobody wants a Panamera. They want a 911 and they want
practicality.
a practical car.
It's compromise.
But they can't have both, so you buy a Panamera.
I want a Panamera.
Well, that's you though.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? But the Panamera
No.
is also like $100,000 or more.
To start, if
Right.
you want to buy like the poor man's Panamera,
slow one?
you need to
Slow one.
the slow one with like no options.
But so the Panamera is in the same category as the AMG stuff, which I
Okay.
think gets a pass. Anything that goes 0 to 60 in
The
like
Panameras do that.
3 seconds, I'm giving the Panamera a pass.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
See, he's
Anything that does
coming
0 to
around on
60
it.
in like 3 seconds is probably not compromised. I don't like the idea of the Evo and the STI, which are trying to be serious sports cars, but are 4 doors.
Or even like Focus RS, the Golf
I
R,
don't like those.
any of those.
I don't. It's like you either need to throw more money on that fire to make it better, or
But the problem is if car manufacturers only made the car you're describing, they would all be Porsche 911 money, and
no.
average Joe Adam Nielsen could not own any of those.
Don't get me wrong.
While rich trust fund Michael Beck could just be rolling around in his Porsches and flexing on me in my minivan because it's all I can afford, which really isn't any different than it is now, but that's not the point.
Don't get me wrong. I think it makes
I'll
sense.
get you wrong.
I think it makes sense. But my point is, like, okay, so if you had a scenario where money was no option, I really don't think that, minus the people that have wanted one for a really long time, I don't think that, like, if you didn't understand the legacy of the Evo at all and somebody said, do you want this 4-door sports car or do you want this more serious 2-door uncompromised sports car?
Right.
You would choose
In that
you choose
situation,
that
yes.
one.
The
Yeah.
problem is that I think the Evo is a cheap, crappy car that they churched up.
There it is.
Whereas,
That's what I'm
like,
talking about.
you know, like the Golf can be a cheap, crappy car, but can also be kind of a nice car. And the Golf R would be a great daily driver.
Okay, maybe that's what I don't like about it then. It's a not good car that they tried
Turned
to
to
like
11.
throw a bunch of band-aids on to make it the
Right.
good car.
Right.
That's probably what I don't like. There it is.
Which is an
Conclusion.
Figured it out.
It's an
We
old
figured it
Subaru
out.
thing. The new Subarus
Yes,
are
that
nice
makes sense.
cars to start with.
Yes.
And so the fast versions are not
Yes.
so bad. You're kind of into them.
Yep.
But
Adam's
the older
right.
ones, not so much.
That's why I don't like the Evo.
Golf R's. The GTI is a nice car. Golf R's.
It's very expensive.
Well, yeah, it's very expensive. So is an STI.
Yes.
So
I don't like cheap cars with big turbos
Veloster
on it, I think.
N.
That's a. But see, it's at some level. I don't know. Hot hatch is okay.
That's what. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's not what that is. Golf R's are hot hatches. Focus RSs are hot hatches.
I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason why I don't like your Evo. I just don't like your Evo.
That's
How about
fine.
that? I still think that you saying it's a cheap car that they put a giant turbo on is
Probably the closest.
That's kind of why I like it.
Eh.
I
But
can
we're
see why.
very different people.
I can understand why people like it for that reason, but it's almost nasty. It's so,
Ooh, girl, you nasty.
somebody's gonna be angry, but I don't really care.
Well, we finally pissed off the Evo.
Yeah, there we go.
We finally,
There we go.
That was it.
Finally
There.
did
They've been mad at us for not being negative
We're
enough
here.
about them. You're welcome.
I think we finally got him.
We got him.
Be happy and mad at the same time.
Okay,
All right.
what were we talking about?
My next car.
Robbie's game. I can't even see that.
You need your
That's
glasses.
why I said we need a bigger TV.
Robbie, are you playing with my heart here?
That's some sort of Ford Ranger.
It's a Shelby Dakota.
No,
It's not?
it is the Ford Sky
I
Ranger.
can't see.
Haha, I said Ford Ranger.
Built in 1991. It is a
Sky Ranger.
Where did you find that?
Is that a
Robbie? Where are
convertible
you?
Ford
It
Ranger?
is a convertible
Jesus Christ.
pickup with there was a team effort between American Sunroof Company and Ford. It is ugly as
See, I don't like this
Fuck.
because it's a compromised pickup. Okay. It's not a convertible and it's not a pickup. It's,
they made 20.
Was it cheap?
That's not a car people forgot. That's a car people no one knew
Nobody
existed.
bought.
So why? It was
everybody
a
forgot.
window company.
The Sunroof Company. They apparently teamed with. I think they.
That used to be
They
a
did
thing.
this because that's probably the same company that did like the convertible CRXs,
And
which
Yep.
were not factory Hondas, and probably did the Mitsubishi 3000 GTs.
People used to like cut holes in their roof, and that was normal.
Yeah,
You used
it
to
was
buy a
cool
sunroof.
to make a car. Yeah, you bought a sunroof. Can you imagine? Like even factory sunroofs from back in the day sucked.
great.
Can you imagine buying an aftermarket sunroof in the 90s?
No, I cannot. I would rather not
I think
do
a
that.
fair number of people have done that to 240.
I saw one the other day actually, where I went, "That's not a factory sunroof."
Yeah.
It was on like an old pickup or something. I was like,
There's a
"Nope."
There's a
no
company
way.
that still exists that makes like convertible F-150s and stuff like that.
Weird.
I have them like a
Yeah.
saved link to their website because
Well, that's like I guess Nissan did it, but Nissan made the
Cross
the-
Cabriolet.
Yeah, the Cross Cabriolet with the Murano.
I saw
Dude,
one of those the other day
have
too.
you heard the
But-
radio commercial for the Lithia Nissan dealership here in town?
No.
no.
They're bragging about how they're the highest volume Murano dealer in the country.
It's very specific.
Cool, bro.
That's where we live.
There are a lot of Muranos here.
Yeah. I don't know what that says about Des Moines. Also really weird to flex.
It's very
It's a
weird.
very
Weird
weird
flex. That's where we need
Come
you.
get your
We need
Murano.
you. Get your SCCA license out.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
Exactly. Why are you bragging about that?
The annoying thing is that means they'll probably sell more
Even more
Muranos
of them.
now.
Yeah.
And so they'll sell more
But see,
Muranos.
for me,
It's
that-
a self-perpetuating.
Not that I would have ever bought a Murano anyway, but for me, that's just like, well, can't buy a Murano from them, then can I?
Nope. They sell them all.
Better go buy a
Flex.
Toyota?
Edge.
Ooh,
Edge.
Flex.
Buy a Flex, but buy an Edge because the Edge would be
The wrong
comparable to a Murano.
Yeah, but I want a Flex.
I understand that. I see what you're saying. But I'm saying for like normal
Whatever
people, for
Toyota.
normies,
Oh,
they
normies.
want an Edge.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Are
Or a
Flexes like
Murano.
funky cool? Is that like a? I'm a dad, but I want to be cool still. Is that where they've gotten now?
Name. No.
Because I have two friends who are dads and at some
Yes,
level car
true.
people.
Yes.
No, I have three friends who are dads and car people who have Flexes.
I think it's the anti-minivan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they should have just bought
Yep.
a Flex is a compromised.
It's a very
it's
it's a very big
compromised
compromise.
minivan. Should just bought a minivan. Just like
Right.
Just
By
like
that-
instead of buying an Evo, you should have bought a Porsche.
Yes. And I was going to say, by that theory, the Flex is terrible in my mind. But I like the Flex. I should just judge cars based on individual characteristics instead of making general sweeping statements about why I don't like something. I don't like your Evo. I don't really care if you care. That's that. I also don't like your Pacifica. So
I think that the Pacifica minivan is a great place to be.
yeah. I was in one as a Lyft or an Uber or whatever, and you're like, "This is really nice." I
comfortable.
hate it.
Apparently, they're really nice. The guys,
It was nice.
The guys with the guys with Team Clearcoat, they got one as a press car.
Yep.
And one of their significant other drives like a newer Lexus crossover, and he's like, the interior is on par, if not better, than the Lexus. I feel like it's a bold claim.
That's a bold claim.
I think they're excellent, but I hate them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I would own one happily
You've changed.
because I love
Episode
minivans, Robbie.
177. Dalton, write it down. Right, 177.
It's a minivan. What's wrong? What's not to love about it?
They are annoyingly practical.
And they're not like
painfully practical.
they're not the worst looking minivan either.
They all look the same.
But that one looks
No, it's
striking.
It's all the same.
It's handsome, Robbie.
It's all the same.
It's handsome.
You've changed, man.
This show makes a lot of sense.
No sense. And that's why we like it.
You've changed, Prowler. What the fuck is wrong with you? 3 years ago, you wouldn't have said you liked the Prowler.
Via Cross?
Yes.
There's no way that episode 2 Robbie would have been Via Cross.
He's grown.
Approved.
Would have been pro Via Cross.
I have matured.
Of course,
Do you like the Evo?
Episode 12, Robbie said he'd never put a V8 in his S2 or in
I
his
know.
That was
240
that was
SX, and look where
definitely-
we are now.
that was
I'd like to
definitely
say
not the plan.
I'd like to say life is about growth, but I don't know if we're growing.
No.
or,
Retracting.
Or yeah, if it's
think we're-
progressive, regressive. I have no idea.
I think we're in the same place. We've just taken
Moved
a fork.
around?
Like we haven't gone up or down.
Nah, it's just
we've
different.
just turned.
it's the same plane. We've just moved
Yeah,
across.
yeah. You just turn left or right. You don't go up or down though.
All right. What other hell are you going to unleash on
Yeah.
us?
What kind of stupid?
Following the theme of pickups here.
Oh no.
I don't know why.
That's the Lincoln. I can't remember what it's called. It's built on the Sport Track, Explorer Sport Track, but it's the Lincoln version.
Well, they did a full pickup though. That's the F1. That's built on
That's
the
not the
F-150.
Blackwood
They-
though.
No, the Blackwood was a trim
that-
package.
They've done 2 pickups.
As Lincoln's?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
That's the
one-
Sport. That's the
one-
Explorer Sport Track.
One was the Mark LT.
Oh, right.
And
it has
then
a
there
stupid
was
name.
this
I
one.
remember.
That's the.
Oh, you're right,
Explorer
it is the
Sport
smaller
Track
one.
It's the
I
Blackwood.
just don't know what.
This
It is the
This is the
Blackwood?
Blackwood.
Son of a bitch.
Those are
I
both
thought the
stupid
Blackwood
names.
was built on the F-150.
It is based on the F-150. Use your eyes.
I can't use my eyes right. We need a bigger TV.
We need a bigger TV, but what do you...
Built in 2001 and 2002.
Okay.
It was only rear-wheel drive.
That doesn't make any sense. I can tell why they didn't sell them.
They had projected sales of 18,000. They sold 3,300.
I can tell you exactly why, because they sent them to dealerships and people went, "Are they four-wheel drive?" And they went, "No," and they went,
What I
"Great,
love- what I
I'll buy
love
an
about-
F-150."
What I
some
love
more
about
fun
Robbie
facts.
is that he calls them rear-wheel drive. It's two-wheel drive, Robbie. It's a truck. It's
Whatever.
two-wheel drive, not rear-wheel drive.
What's the Honda? The Ridgeline are 2-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. So
well, yeah, I know.
how about
That's
that?
a minivan, though.
Whatever.
And I don't like that because it's compromised because it's neither a minivan nor a pickup truck.
So it's
That one stands up. The other ones may not.
I got, and then what was really super weird is that it had a carpeted bed with plastic
Yep,
components
from the
I
front.
remember
and then
that.
barn door
Split tailgate?
Yeah, a barn door tailgate.
Doesn't it have like a? It kind of looks like a fake wood grain when the tailgate's closed. Isn't that these?
I don't. No, these have like an aluminum.
So were they both built on the F-150?
this is an F1. Yeah, I think the Mark LT was as
What's the
well.
difference between them?
Years?
Oh,
They tried again years later with
I
the
thought
Mark
they
LT.
had.
I could have
The one was
swore
built
they were
on the
built
Ranger.
on the sport track platform.
Is that a Ranger?
Then maybe there was
No,
more
it's
than
an
it's a
Explorer.
Ranger.
It's an Explorer with a pickup bed truck or with a pickup bed on it instead
Yeah.
of a
But wasn't that built on the Ranger chassis?
the Explorer.
No, the Sport Track thing.
No, the Explorer or the Sport Track is built on the Explorer chassis.
Is the Explorer a Ranger?
I don't know. I'm going to go with no
Shit, I was going to say
because
yes.
they're bigger.
I'm gonna go with yes.
No,
Okay,
they're
yes.
bigger.
But it's hard to know with chassis. Like they just add stuff to them.
Of course, my Blazer is remarkably bigger than my S10, and they're both built on the same chassis.
So we're gonna go with yes.
So we're going with yes.
Boom. Fuck fact checking. Politicians
logic-
don't do it, so why should we?
We've logicked our way to a yes on that one.
All right, I saw this one the other day.
Fair enough.
God
I can't
damn
even
it,
see what
I
that
need
is.
glasses.
Is that a Honda of some kind?
Ish.
No, I think it's an Acura.
Yep.
Oh, it's yes.
RDX?
No.
Nobody knows.
Keep going.
STX,
ILX?
SEX,
ZDX.
ZDX.
The Acura ZDX.
I saw an article about these, and I was going to put that on my list of these cars, and I didn't because I forgot that.
I saw one of these driving the other day. I was like, what the hell is that?
Apparently, you can get them as manual.
They were sold for 2010, 2013. It is a crossover based on the Honda Pilot. It is a 4-door luxury sports coupe that,
Let's calm down with the word sport.
that, and I quote,
or coupe.
blurs the distinction between coupe, sedan, and SUV.
Sedan
Sedan.
with a Z?
With a, no, it's a, I can't talk.
Sedan with a Z would have
Top
been
of the
way
list
better.
of vehicle manufacturers I hate is Acura.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
6,100 of these sold
That's
in 3 years,
6,000 too many.
which is strange because yeah. They did have a super great safety rating and a combined total 19 miles per gallon.
That's not enough for that.
Not great,
It needs
but
to
they
be
were
like,
safe if you wanted to crash
It
one.
needs to be like 50 for me to consider it if it looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
That rear end is awful because the windshield goes up and over the driver's head and then it just slants all the way to the taillights
And then goes straight down.
and then straight down. It is really weird because I drove up behind. I was like, "What in the hell is that car?" And then now I remember. I'll never forget. Now
Is this the last one on your list?
I have one honorable mention.
Okay, because I was going to continue my rant about Acura, but I will keep it.
Keep it short because you
In
want
my
this
back pocket.
You want this to.
Well,
I have no-
Acura
I
is
have
our
no-
first news topic,
Okay.
so I'll
that's right,
come
it is,
back
isn't
to
it?
it.
Okay. Honorable mention.
Not a fucking clue in the world.
Robbie.
I've never seen that car before. It looks like an
Some
RX-7
sort of-
kit car.
Some sort of Fisker or something like that.
Is a 2002 Suzuki Hayabusa concept car.
Oh, it's a
that doesn't
concept
count.
car. Get out of here
It
with
should.
that.
This should have been a real car.
No, I'm with you already.
It's got
Is
boost
it
in
like
it?
It's
is it
100
like Miata sized?
It's small, so small. 175 horsepower.
Yes.
It is. Yeah, it's got the Busa engine. It weighs 1,212 pounds.
Yes.
With a 50-50 weight balance front to back.
Awesome.
It was only 149 inches long.
How much could it really have cost?
Not much. It was the Japanese TVR is what they called it.
Great. Love TVR.
It is.
So
It kind of looks like a Japanese
It is.
TVR.
This would be so fun.
I would think that you could sell
It's
like
gotta
a
be-
billion
it's gotta be
of those.
cappuccino.
to me, this
size.
looks like a homologation special.
Somebody should put a Busa engine in a cappuccino.
I'm sure
That's
that's
basically
a
what this
thing.
is, yes.
I'm sure that's a thing.
That should
There's
be,
a 0%
that should be a super
chance
common
that's
thing.
not a thing.
Yeah, that should be super common.
If people are putting Busas in smart cars,
Now he's on his cappuccino thing again.
man, if he ended up with a cappuccino and a Porsche and a Genesis as his garage,
I'll allow it.
I wouldn't be mad.
Aha, Suzuki cappuccino with a turbo Hayabusa engine.
But of course, this has that
Damn,
stupid.
son.
It has
Oh,
a
look
stupid
at that,
Subaru
Robbie.
window.
Look at that, Robbie, the SVX
And
window.
it comes back around.
So good.
Yeah, I felt this needed to be talked about because it is so
I
good.
feel like every time I went through a drive-through,
Oh,
and I
it pissed me off.
can't quite get my McDonald's Big Mac bag into that's right.
yeah.
Into my car, and I was like, man, if I just had 6 more inches of window, I'd be there. Like
But you're
my
not.
large soda doesn't fit, but
Because it'll hit the straw and
Right,
it'll
yeah,
splash
yeah.
you every time.
if I just had like 6 more inches of window, this wouldn't be an issue.
If only I had 6 more inches. But I never said that before.
My TT, the window was real short, and I couldn't go through drive-throughs because
I do remember that.
cups wouldn't come in the window.
How do people with Camaros get fast food into their cars?
They don't. They go inside,
Oh,
just like me.
GM didn't think about that.
Selfish.
Dumb. I bet Mustang drivers can eat all the Big Macs they want.
Yeah. And I mean, the car weighs like 1 million pounds, so who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares if you're fat?
Yeah.
So does the Camaro.
So,
it's not like
so does
it's-
the Challenger and the Charger, and that's
Wow,
perfect for
but
that.
Those are totally
That explains
different
why,
cars. Sales.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's the fast
It's
food.
the little
It's-
things,
It
you know?
is. It
It's
is
the
the
little
little.
things.
It
It's,
is the
it's
little
perfect for
things.
the Americans.
Yeah, exactly.
The American market where they're trying to sell cars. Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
perfect sense. Just things GM, just
Dodge, yeah.
take into
They're
consideration.
all-
just not quite there, are they?
No. Can I go back to talking about how I don't like Acura?
Please. Let's talk.
We can
All
talk
right,
about it.
Acura wants to sell you a $50,000 handmade car.
This is so
It's
stupid.
handmade.
Hand built.
It's
It's the same factory as the NSX.
It's called the Acura TLX PCM Edition. Horrible name. It's made at the Performance Manufacturing Center. It comes in red. They're only going to make 360 of them. It's going to take them 4 years to sell them. And
4 years. You're being
50
real nice
grand.
about $50,000
for a TLX. 50 grand.
what's the point of Acura? Why does it exist? Serious question.
I
because
have no answer.
because if Honda built luxury cars, no one in America would buy them.
I don't think anybody in the world buys Acuras anymore. What's the point of buying an Acura?
When you could
This-
buy a Honda,
Well, it's not like it's a super luxury Honda because it's
I don't know if
hardly
they
any
are.
better.
Or not. I don't know if they are or not.
I don't think that they're.
I've never been in an Acura.
I've
not an.
I can tell you the RSX has the most uncomfortable seats I've ever ridden in.
Yeah, but that was a sports car.
But
It was very compromised.
It was a luxury
It
sports
was very
car.
compromised.
But why would you buy? First of all, like market position. For me, Acura's is the worst because it's all front wheel drive based.
Of the like upsold brands?
Yeah.
Like if you're
Acura's
looking at
the worst.
Toyotas, which is Lexus,
Lexus is in a great position.
Yep.
Infinity, Nissan's
Infinity's
Infinity.
in a meh position because
I'm
all their
not
stuff's
sold
really
on
old.
I'm not sold on Infinity.
Even Buick's in a better position than Acura. I
Yeah,
would take a
definitely.
Regal Tour X in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
Well,
I mean,
Robbie doesn't know what I just said.
it's a
I know.
It's a long roof.
a long boy. That's what it is.
It's Tour X, Robbie.
I forgot to.
Actually, that's a nice car because it's basically an Audi all-road, but way more reliable.
And lower.
Is it lower?
Yeah, they
Oh my God, it's a
the
minivan.
All-Ride's not.
That is way bigger than I
The
thought.
All-Ride's not like. Or the All-Rides are kind of tall. Tour X is just a normal car.
That's
a minivan.
a good-looking car.
That's an awesome Pacifica.
no,
a sporty Pacifica.
how dare
no,
you.
dude, it's way smaller
No.
and shorter. Yeah, it is. It's a car.
Yeah.
It's a car, Robbie.
It's basically a crossover.
It's a car. I would own one in a heartbeat.
But my point is, why would you buy an Acura?
For 50 grand?
Honest question.
There's no-
Why,
There's
no,
no-
that was
there's
the end
no-
of the
there's
sentence.
no
There's
product-
a period at
there's
the end
no-
of it. Why would you buy an Acura?
There's no
mark?
model they sell that one of their competitors doesn't make a better version of.
Which sucks because, and it's the same problem I have with Infinity. Acura used to be really cool.
They did.
Yes.
Integras, Type R, stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah.
Again, Hondas.
Yeah. We
you know,
love Hondas.
We love Hondas.
We're known for our
Welcome
Honda
to
love.
Slip and Go Podcast.
Oh, also. You go.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. I got to look something up real quick.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Well, too fucking bad because you only get red. That's it.
Damn, sorry.
They only sell red.
I know. I don't quite understand that. But
okay.
why?
Okay, let's
It's
some
a nice,
more
it's a
details
nice
on
red.
the
It is a
car.
nice
It's a nice red.
It goes
It's a
through
great
a
red.
separate inspection process where they inspect the paint, they do rough road simulations, they do a water leak test, they dyno it, and they ship it to the dealer in a single car trailer.
Yeah, that was one of the things I thought was hilarious
Stupid.
about it.
So I guess if you buy other Acuras, they don't check the paint.
Yeah, they don't do
They
any
don't know if it
quality
works
control.
on rough roads, and apparently the roof leaks. That's
Well,
what
I
I
think
take away from that.
no,
Yeah, the quality control is way worse.
I think they do that on an individual level instead of like taking one car out and running it down the rough road and being like, "Well, this car survived. The rest of them should be
Well,
good."
I know, but does nobody
all those
like?
cars would go through that.
Does nobody?
Every car ever.
Does nobody think about that though? Like, okay, here's your goal. You got to sell this TLX. It costs $5,000 more than a normal
That's
TRX with like nice equipment on it.
It's way more.
Here's your pitch. We inspected the paint, and the roof doesn't leak. Okay,
Like the normal
But how do you- like,
TLX.
as a salesperson, how do you pitch that to somebody and have them not go?
It's hand built, just like the Nissan GTR or
no,
the Corvette.
No.
You get
It's
a
hand built
certificate.
just like the Acura NSX. And you know who's going to buy these?
NSX.
People who have an NSX in the same color.
Oh God.
Lame.
No, they never made an NSX with this color. This is a new color.
Oh, I thought that this was an NSX special color.
I thought this was a TLX only color.
It says unique red color.
unique.
I don't know what that means.
It means this is the only one.
Again, it just goes back to
I want one in black.
how do you Can't have one of black, Robbie.
Dip it, Robbie.
No. Someone should buy this and paint them. Here's my new business. I will sell you a hand-built TLX PCM. I don't know what the number is.
PCM, like
Is that really what it is?
Yes.
I can't believe I remembered that.
Which is, what was it?
Porsche-
Performance car.
Performance Center.
Performance Center.
Hold on. Performance Manufacturing Center.
Oh, PMC. PMC.
PMC. But if for 60, I'll paint it whatever color you want. Hand paint it.
Painted. Look out, world. And when I'm done, I'll inspect the paint.
I'll inspect the
paint.
shit out of it.
I'll get out my sun gun and I'll inspect the
I'll
shit
even
out
let
of
you
it.
inspect it.
The real bummer is I like the 2000s-ish Acura TL.
They're good.
Really like that
That's
car.
a nice car.
Nice
The TLS with a 6-speed?
Yeah.
Does it get any better?
Fun car.
Not really, no.
That's the ultimate compromise.
That's
That car's compromised, but it's excellent.
So, do you like that car?
Yeah.
That's a fun 4-door that's kind of fast that Robbie likes.
I do like that car.
That we all like.
Look at that. 3 thumbs up.
Or 6 thumbs up. Everybody's still got their thumbs right after
Yeah,
the
for
fourth.
now.
All right, 6 thumbs.
I haven't lost. I mean, I just cut the top of it.
Yeah, I was
when
going
I'm at
to
work.
slice this
Well,
one
you
a while back.
started
You
with
see
that
the
much,
scar
so.
still.
Like
Yeah,
when we started the
it's-
show, it was like
it's-
that.
Yeah.
So it's still a thumb.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Yeah,
It's all thumb.
Yeah, it works. Ish.
So
If you've bought an Acura new for some reason, let us know why you did that so that we can talk about it, I guess, because I don't.
Wow.
I have a conspiracy theory is that Acura doesn't sell any new cars. I bet what happens is, and I was trying
that's
to
a
figure
theory
this out.
we could easily Google and confirm, but we're not gonna.
I'm not going to look
That's
it up.
not
It's more
important.
fun when
I
we
was
don't.
curious if I went to our local Acura dealer. I was curious what their incentives were. You know what I'm saying?
0% APR financing for 1 billion months.
That's what I'm wondering. If that's how they sell Acuras.
You know what I thought about doing today because I was listening to the radio and I kept hearing that really annoying local used car salesman that's
You gotta
on
be more specific.
He's on his radio shows are or his
I know
radio
exactly what
commercials
you're
are
talking
on
about.
like every
I don't even
other
listen to the
commercial
radio.
break.
Larry Zielinski, the auto parts king.
No, not that
No.
one. He's always got a bit for every month.
Yeah, he's got a bit
Oh.
for every month. He's super obnoxious. He's
All I
the
can
one
think of
It's amazing how well his commercial works. We know what it is, but we don't know who he is.
All I can think of right now is
can't think of his name.
the one out of Lennox and Sioux Falls. It's like the same style.
No,
It's
Anyway.
but like I kind of wanted to like bring probably the Focus down there because it's in a little better shape than the van, and like pretend like I'm legit because he talks about how the
$5,000 trade-in on whatever car you have.
He'll give you $4,900 over book value,
Yep.
and he won't run your credit history, and he won't do all this, and he won't do all that. And as long as you have a job and a heartbeat,
Yep.
and a car to trade in, we'll sell you something. I just want to go in there and like act like I'm going and go all the way up to signing my name on the line, being like, "Let me sleep on it,"
They won't let you leave.
and just like give him my fake phone number, like my old phone number or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Let whoever ended up with that phone number be his problem, and then just like come back and report, like go through all the fine print.
$100 says he walks out with the new van.
No, I can't, dude. I don't have any money.
That's the beauty of it. You don't need any money.
No, because otherwise it just gets repoed. I mean, I still have to pay it.
Isn't that how that works, though?
Yeah, but you can pick your monthly
Dude, I know
payment.
when Josh worked at one of those shady places, like they had a percentage of like an absurdly high percentage of cars that they
Repoed?
planned on repoing.
Oh, yeah,
like that was
sure.
just part of
their
doing
business. Yeah.
And they actually preferred it because you'd sell a car,
Get some money.
Make 6 payments on
you
it.
you get 6 or 8 months worth of payments on it, and then they tail off, and then you just go grab the thing and sell it again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
yeah,
not
it's
the
a
only ones
business.
that do that.
It's a business.
That's how it works.
Super fucked up. It's not super fucked up for them. It's super fucked up that people do that. The people go and buy a car that they can't fucking afford. And I mean, we're talking like $4,000 hunks of shit here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they still can't afford them.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But they bought them anyway, and then they get them repoed, and then they find some other sorry sap to buy the fucking thing again.
Uh-huh.
And some of those cars, I bet, get repoed multiple times before they don't come back to that dealership.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I just
It's a weird deal.
I'm just interested, like, because he's getting all $4,900 over trade-in value. Like, dude, no, you're getting that money somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So I would
He's
I would
making
love,
money hand over
yes,
fist.
like it's huge interest rates or something.
Well, yeah, when you're only paying $100 a month or $50 a month or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever
That's
he
what-
talks you into.
That's what I want to see.
It's you're
That's
you're
what I
making
wanna
payments
see.
for 10 years on this $4,000 car.
I guess
That's
the real
already
bitch
10
is
years
when he
old.
gives you the trade allowance, he's got your old car, and then when he repos the new car, he's got both cars.
Yeah.
So what does it matter what he gave you for it?
No. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's a volume thing.
Yeah. If you know you're going to repo 20% of your cars or 30% or 40% or whatever it is,
60%.
what does it matter what you gave for trade?
Yeah.
You could give them the car for free as long as you have their old car.
Yeah. And it's worth something.
How's that work if you get your car repoed? Is it, I mean, there's no equity. How's that work?
What do you mean?
Well, like, okay, so if this is theoretical, but like, okay, so you have a $10,000 car,
Okay.
you go to buy a $20,000 car, so now you owe, and let's say you own the $10,000 car.
Yep.
So now you only owe 10 grand on the new car, but you don't make payments on it, it gets repoed.
You're just out.
Your life sucks. That's
Yeah.
how
yeah.
that works.
That's how it works.
Shouldn't have bought your $20,000 car you can't afford. And
That
you know
blows.
what? I'm okay with that.
I'm just saying, like, that's how he's that. Well, I'm not gonna say that's how that guy's making the money, but you could make money doing that.
I think
lot
it's
of
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
think
that's what
it's
I'm saying.
sketchy that because I think that these dealerships exist to prey on those people, and that's sketchy. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, if you're dumb enough to buy a car with a payment you know up front that you know you can't swing, you should lose it and any equity you've made on it.
But do
to
people-
go. Like screw you?
But don't people just lie to themselves that they could afford that?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
all
make
the time.
sacrifices.
Well,
and I'm
then,
gonna,
yeah, they don't. Well, then they don't take into account like insurance and maintenance and registration and like all the little things that add up. It's like, oh, my $200 payment's now realistically $400.
That's
Yeah.
why old luxury cars are generally a really bad idea.
For a first car, yeah. When I was pulling in here, I saw like a 90s Mercedes car,
So nice.
that you want so badly, in red, which is not something you see all the time.
So nice.
On the driver's side mirror, one of those green car abandoned stickers.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah,
But he
So
was
I can get
driving.
it?
He was driving around in it.
Oh.
No, he was driving around, but the sticker's still on there, and that made me laugh. And I thought to myself, how funny would it be if like a cop got lazy and just slaps that sticker on but doesn't date it,
yep.
and then that guy just leaves it there.
Just parks it wherever he wants.
He just leaves it there, and then when it breaks down on him in a few days, he doesn't have to worry about getting it towed because that sticker's already on there. So, like, if you're Mr. Policeman and you drive by that car, oh, that one's already been reported. I'm just keep going, but it's been sitting there for
God knows how long.
Yeah, like that. That was funny to me.
It's really interesting to think about. You'll see a 90s S-Class or something like that.
Yeah.
And all the airbags are deflated and it's
Yep.
all rusty. It's a piece of shit sitting in somebody's backyard. I
Yeah.
know where there's one sitting a few miles away and I've walked past it. And it's really interesting for me to have the thought of, at some point, someone spent an exceptional amount of money on that car, like the equivalent of $100,000,
Yeah.
and we're really excited to own it
Yeah.
and to go pick it up. Like, I'm going to pick up my new
3
S-Class
owners
today.
ago.
And you're like,
And now it's just
how did it get there? Like the
cars could
progression,
talk,
the
man.
compression of the progression of being one of the greatest cars that you could purchase at any given time to absolute clapped out piece of shit sitting in somebody's backyard that's basically worthless. Like, how do we lose $100,000 worth of value in 15, 20 years? I mean, how does that? It's just it's interesting.
Welcome
It's
to
really
the RV
interesting.
market.
Yeah, it works out for us though. Eventually,
Yeah, we get to own interesting cars and shitty RVs.
That's the dream.
That's Adam Jabay's dream. Welcome to Slip Ankle Podcast.
Oh, no. Welcome to C-Class Citizens podcast. The upcoming Jabay and Cabot.
Oh no, I know I'm not going to talk about that. Keep going.
RV
Keep the
podcast.
next one.
So
It's a-
Sacramento.
It's illegal to work on your car in Sacramento in some cases.
Yeah. So this is
Sacramento
very...
County, right?
Yeah, Sacramento County. Which I don't know if that's still Sacramento.
Probably the whole city.
Not
like-
going to look it up. I'm an American. We don't know shit about geography. It's not my fucking problem.
Des
Is it
Moines,
even in California?
Nobody knows.
Des Moines County? Not where Des Moines is.
Nope.
Just saying.
Newsflash.
Not even close.
Yeah, it's like surprisingly not
Not even
close.
in the same part of the state.
Yeah, it's pretty far away. So who cares? Doesn't matter.
Not important.
This is a really, really weird situation.
Yes.
So basically, you can do minor things to your car.
Oil changes.
With standard tools.
right. That's what they call it.
Which is super strange because
But define
it's
standard
no definition
tools.
to what a standard tool is.
Yeah, they don't define
My
it
entire
at all.
mechanic's toolbox is a standard tool in my eyes. If I'm not running a brake press, it's a standard tool.
I could buy
I feel
that.
like compression tester might be above and beyond that a little bit.
That's a standard mechanic's tool.
Well, okay, mechanic's tool. Yeah, you're right. But it doesn't say mechanic's tool, Robbie. It says tool.
To me, that is a standard tool.
Right. But to me,
A police officer of the law,
well, I don't know.
to them, it'd be like a hammer and a screwdriver.
Yeah. So what I think that they mean by standard tool is when you go down to Lowe's and you buy that like 102 piece Cobalt set that's just ratchets, like 4
Sockets.
screwdrivers and some wrenches.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's a standard tool set.
Yeah, because they said they said it's for environment, but like you can
But
change
you can change
the
your
oil,
oil.
which
And
is
you can
like,
work on your brakes.
and your brakes,
brake fluid.
which are like the your worst shit.
Yeah. The only thing worse than those things are antifreeze.
Or Freon. You definitely
Right.
don't want to
That I could maybe.
You don't want to release your Freon into your garage
Meh.
by accident. It hurts your lungs.
Did you do it?
Oh yeah.
It hurts your
It's
lungs.
not
he
good.
says.
It's not a
The
good
AC
idea.
It's not like helium where you just talk really high pitched
No,
for a
it's
few
really
minutes.
bad.
You
Don't
cough
do that.
hard for like a day, and it hurts.
I
thought when I bought the 240 and the AC didn't work, and he told me the AC's never worked. I thought for sure
you were gonna fix it.
there was no. I was just pulling the whole thing out. I thought for
okay.
sure
Oh, it was dead,
empty,
uncharged.
uncharged,
yeah.
worthless.
Wasn't.
Filled that garage with Freon. My God, that hurt a lot.
Everybody learns a lesson every once in a while.
Kanga Motorsports Conspiracy Corner. I have one for Freon. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
I'm thinking about what it is, but yes.
Okay, so the old stuff, R12.
Yes.
Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Or 22.
R1
12 or 22.
It's 12, and then R134 is the new
Is the
stuff.
new stuff. So the conspiracy,
looking it up.
the conspiracy that I've heard on the old stuff that's no longer legal is that DuPont or whoever it was that held the patent on that particular chemical their patent was running up, and so they legislated it out of being legal because they had the new one that doesn't work as well. And they had the patent on the new one, and they didn't want their patent on the old one to expire. And even though it's heavier than average air, and so it would stay on the ground if it was released, they lobbied against their own product using lobbyists,
Yeah, of course.
and said that it was making a hole in our ozone layer. But it can't because it's heavier than air, and it would sit at the ground anyway. It would go into the atmosphere. That's the conspiracy theory.
I'll buy that.
Thanks, Eddie Bravo.
Kanga Motorsports Conspiracy Corner.
I know what this is about. They just don't want people working on their cars in their driveway. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand
That's
not
it.
wanting.
I assume that this was one of those things that they don't like. They only enforce in extreme cases.
I'd say that, but then there were people commenting and saying like, "Yeah, I already got that $400."
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a full. Like, who knows what that guy was doing? He could have been
Yeah,
doing an
it's
engine
true.
swap.
It
in
is
his,
true.
I don't.
A lot of people do engine swaps in their townhouses. Okay,
You should have gotten a fucking.
Robbie's the person who this is why this law exists. Is
that's
Robbie.
not true. My garage door was closed.
But see, that's
I was
the
not
thing.
a problem
That's
to
the
anybody.
thing. The law, the way the law
I
is
still
written,
couldn't do that.
even if you did it in the privacy of your garage with the door closed 100% of the time, that's still illegal.
Correct.
That's the way that law is written. That's bullshit.
That's where I have a problem.
If it's out in the open, I still don't love it, but I understand it. But if I'm in my garage and you can't see my car and I'm not affecting you up or down or left or right, you shouldn't be allowed to tell me I can or can't work on my vehicle.
Yeah. See, I lived in that one HOA that had those rules. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I know.
And I broke those all the time. But hey, just close the garage door and work until you're done.
Yeah.
I'm with Adam. You know, if they want to say don't do it in your driveway,
I mean, it sucks.
It sucks.
I get it.
I don't.
but-
Yeah, I don't love it, but I get it.
And I understand you're like trying to prevent these broken down cars from being sitting in driveways.
yeah, and that affects other
we don't know
people,
anybody who has
property
broken down
values.
cars in their driveways.
Nobody
though.
has broken down cars.
Definitely not me.
No. Nobody's mid-project all the time.
When I get these project cars
let's
finished,
call it mid-project. I like your optimism, Robbie.
I'm mid-project.
they're
You're
not
mid-project?
abandoned. They're in process.
We're all in process here. All
Yeah,
our
absolutely,
process are process.
absolutely.
The parts are coming,
I'm in the
you know?
save process.
The Omni will run. The Z will
the
run.
Omni's in the
It's fine.
garage.
He's doing
It's-
some analysis.
That's not the car. That's the issue.
He's doing some analysis.
It's my
He's-
S chassis that are the problem.
You son of a.
Everybody knows S chassis suck. Hey.
They're just maintenance nightmares.
It has
is
been
what they are.
reliable.
Number of S chassis in a field or in a driveway versus running. Percentage.
It's not good, Robbie.
It's not a good percentage. Not great. That's all I'm saying.
Especially when you're lumping S10s into that S chassis category.
But part of the problem is all the hot boys go, I'm going to put an SR20 in this bitch. Watch this. Boom. Driveway.
Triggered.
Driveway.
Stuck in the driveway forever.
I have seen SR20 swapped into S10s. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they swap into everything.
Sounds like double bad.
It's still
Yeah.
an S chassis.
You got to be careful with that one because your S10 doesn't run.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Don't throw shade.
You know what? I did something stupid
He
with
who
the
lives
S10.
in a glass house.
Yeah, exactly.
I did something stupid with the S10 just like that person did. And now it doesn't run. I can throw shade if I want.
You have experience.
I'll admit that I was stupid.
It happens. We all make mistakes.
And
By proxy, you're saying they won't admit that they're stupid.
given the
Sorry.
opportunity, I'll do it again.
At least you admit
I love it.
to your shortcomings.
No,
Yeah,
I think that's the first step to, just
The first step is accepting.
is admitting that
he's
you have
not.
a problem.
He's not trying to fix the problem yet. He's just recognized it.
No, we're at step one.
Where it's a
And
healthy
that's
progression
good
to
enough.
working towards. You just got to
towards V8 swapping it. I think that's.
Approved.
I think that's
Is that the 12-step program?
Step
If you go
12.
I think
back
it's
and
5
read-
steps,
Step
isn't
12
it?
is V8 swap. I don't know anymore.
Well, yeah, when
Isn't
it
it
comes
5 steps?
for S chassis, yeah, it should only be 5 steps.
No, it should be 2
There's
steps.
too much shit in the middle.
It's 3 steps. Take the KA out, put an SR in it.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't
might
run.
Be that might be a third step.
Oh,
It doesn't
doesn't
work.
run.
Wait, doesn't work.
V8.
Endless number of times fixing it. That's 4.
That's
V8.
4. And then 5 is
5
V8.
is V8 swap.
Yeah, there we
it's
go.
a 5-step
It's a
program.
5
And that goes for your S chassis too. It might not be an SR20, but it's the same
The
concept.
thing is that I think a much larger percentage of my S chassis community just skips steps
All
2
those
through
steps.
4 and goes straight to V8.
well, yeah, it drops right in.
Almost literally.
Yeah, it does. It fits better than the car it came in.
So do Ecotechs.
That also is
Just
acceptable.
Is it?
If you want on your car, yeah, sure.
Oh, cool. I'm surprised.
You do you,
That's
man.
where I'm leaning right now, even though it's probably the wrong answer.
It's annoyingly.
At a you pull it, it don't matter which one because it all costs $235.
That's kind of true.
Your LS is $235. Not SR20s because they're not there. They're all parted out. Your Ecotechs are $235. It don't matter.
Yeah, I know.
You pullets are the best places on earth.
I know, right?
I watched Michael Gall get into it with this guy on the 240 group. He was like, "Show me where you can get an LS for $240," and he showed him.
Oh, that's amazing.
And he had to just
Get
get
him, Michael. Get
backtracking.
him.
He was screenshotting things. He had the you pull it site up. He's like,
He's
"Don't-
been there.
don't
He's
tell
shopped
him."
it. He still has the RB.
Does he?
No, he doesn't.
No?
It's LS swapped.
Is it?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Oh boy.
That's been LS swapped all year.
They're all V8s.
Yeah, but he
now.
hasn't. I mean, I haven't seen him because we don't have a tractor race on.
Oh, I've been watching him on Instagram.
Chris
Yeah,
Sinclair has a V8 now too.
Yep.
Wasn't he rotary?
He was.
Yep.
Damn it, guys. Damn it. Does that mean that
Gotten everybody.
So Nick and Andy are like
And
But Nick's
Travis.
not.
and
Nick's
Travis
not
are like
driving.
the only ones left.
Nick's not driving.
He thinks that he might, or he was talking on his Facebook about how he was going to get one event in this year, maybe.
We're
It's not
all
the right
in
year
that.
for
We're
that.
all in that boat.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where everyone's at.
They're saying August maybe.
I still don't buy
They
it.
think they can put it together.
The
in
problem
August.
is the Odrift date that was set is now the benefit day for the autocross.
Which I would be pissed about. If I was
the Odrift
what's
guys.
his name, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I get that.
I want to support that though.
I want
Either
either.
money
I'm
for
not-
the track.
Yes.
Yeah, it's,
So that's
it's,
cool.
it's too bad that you canceled everything, but then
But it does suck.
I don't know
it
what he
does
was-
suck that the track is just like fuck everybody, and then new people are coming in asking to do events, and they're
on the
throwing
same
them.
day.
Yeah,
That was already. Yeah, I mean it's great that they're doing a benefit and that autocross does look awesome.
Yes, and I want people to do that.
I'm hoping that there's more to the story, like maybe from insurance standpoints, you could throw an autocross. It's fine.
I hope it's a short sprint. That would
I've
be,
already
that'd
talked
be
to Chris
awesome.
about it.
is it a short sprint?
Chris is the one putting it on.
Yes.
Is it a short sprint?
He doesn't know exactly what layout we're using,
Okay.
but yes, I think that's what it's going to be.
That would be fun.
He was talking about it being autocross run length. So like
60
minute-ish,
seconds,
Yeah.
but
Like a track.
90 miles an hour.
It's like a
Great.
Track, like a track sprint.
What I thought a track sprint was going to be, not all of the track minus the front straightaway,
Yeah, basically.
which is what we got at HPT.
Yes.
But yes, that's what I think they're going for.
Great.
That'd be cool.
And I think it sounds like fun. And I've already been pressured into committing that my car will be there. And I told them, no, I will not commit to any such things
BRB, I'm texting Buney.
Yeah, text Buney.
because we know where that goes.
Buney will make this happen.
Why are we texting Buney?
Because your
Hold on.
car's going to disappear for a
We
few days.
need Adam's car up and
You know how
running.
hard it is to get to the
For
Omni
the-
right now? There are
He'll find a
multiple
way.
broken cars in front of it right
He will
now.
happily pull those out of the way.
I can't describe to you how upset I would be if someone took that car and fixed it.
I get that.
Well, I just texted him, so
Well, I'm just telling you.
he said he would love for
No,
you
no.
to.
All of the hugs.
No, I would
it up
I
and
would
fix it
genuinely
for
be
him.
upset. That would be pretty high on my list of things that would get you to not talk to me for a while.
Yeah, I get that. Don't touch my cars.
Yeah. That's
Touching other people's cars is generally
Unacceptable.
even if
Unacceptable
you're
is a
trying
good
to
way to
help,
put
and
it.
I appreciate that there are more people than really should, frankly, that want to help me get that car on the road, and I refuse all of them, and it is staying that way.
I get
So.
that. I appreciate your integrity.
Yeah, it's not
he
That-
said
it's
he
not their
may
fault that my car's broken, and I'm not going to
stab
take their help.
you if you
That's-
take
There's a good
his
chance.
car. Just a fair warning. Proceed accordingly. That's his fault.
But
if he
but-
gets stabbed,
but
that's
if-
his fault.
If Buney wants to fabricate an exhaust for me, I'll throw a sticker on the Z. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'll
That's
be
different.
You're that guy now.
I'll be
That's
that guy.
different.
You're that
your
guy.
ad,
That's
your ad
hugely
here.
different.
You're that guy now.
I will take
Was that-
sponsorship in
Was
any
that Big
form.
Country Labs that made the sticker making fun of people that I'm
Oh.
sure Big Country Labs gets a billion requests for.
Oh God!
Oh yeah,
Will you give me
Such
a
an
wing if
obnoxious-
I put your
the
sticker?
free product
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they
Nine
got
Lives
Sell
Racing
it
did the
to me
same
at
thing.
cost.
Yeah.
they made a slapper that was making fun of people like that.
Yeah.
No,
As they
I think
should.
Nine Lives did too. As
Anyway.
rightfully so. Moving on.
Colorado man 3D prints his son's dream car.
Well, he's not done yet.
This
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
cool to me though.
It is.
I think this is like the future of
Kit cars.
yeah.
Oh,
Even not only just kit
ads.
cars, but like
What was that an ad for?
Autodesk.
It like came out of Autodesk.
the hell is
the
Autodesk?
drive is literally full of ads right now.
What's Autodesk?
It's
Not that I want to give them any business.
It's
It's
similar
a-
to
it's like
SolidWorks, which is
SolidWorks,
what
but-
this gentleman used
Oh,
to
really?
recreate this Lamborghini in 3D.
words.
And that's probably
Not
why
interested.
Autodesk is in there, because the word SolidWorks is in this article,
Yeah,
and
that's-
Google
well,
Ads is a powerful
Who
thing.
knows what kind of weird shit
there it
Robbie
goes.
looks up in his free time, but
Definitely
There's-
not Autodesk.
But SolidWorks
he is an engineer.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that crap. Yeah.
That's why they have
But,
an ad, because they're
go
trying to get you
away!
to switch. It's back.
I'm not going on Allegiant.
I was to say that's not the same thing.
But even
Go on Allegiant when we went to
Yeah, when
what
we went to
fucking
Vegas.
shithole
Vegas.
airline did we get? That was the only option.
Allegiant.
Yeah.
That's Allegiant.
Sucked. It was
All right.
the worst.
I can't help it that the drive is literally filling me with ads.
All right, no more-
That's
no more drive.
Toyota now.
We're gonna
No more
get kicked
drive
off
articles.
YouTube because we got
Yeah,
ads
I'll
up there.
find-
that we're
I'll
not
find
supposed
a-
to.
I'll
No
find
more
it.
drive articles.
All right. So he
Anyway,
took
so-
a tube chassis,
And he
home built
3D
Aventador.
printed. So what he used just like a
He's a physicist.
basic run of the mill consumer
Physicist.
grade 3D printer
Yep.
and printed as big of piece as he could, and then would
Just
print the next piece and glue them together.
and
which-
then he
So then he's wrapping.
encased them in
So he's wrapping them in carbon fiber to make them
And Kevlar.
smooth.
yes.
But actual carbon fiber.
yes, real carbon
Yes.
fiber and epoxy and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
with epoxy. Yep. Right. Not
Not a wrap.
like
No.
vinyl.
No. He's encasing the plastic with a carbon Kevlar material to make it structural. Well, not structural, but
So like
stiffer.
strong.
Yes.
I don't know why this never crossed my mind, but if you wanted, like, so, Robbie,
Yes, sir.
because you're an engineer and you do.
Yeah.
You use SolidWorks?
I assume that all engineers do SolidWorks. That's
No.
That's
Or
fair,
AutoCAD.
right? Or AutoCAD or whatever.
SolidWorks is
things.
pretty common.
No, Robbie, don't. I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
I
wanna
seriously
hear-
thought you
no,
were
doesn't care,
asking.
don't.
No, I'm not asking. I'm stating that I assume all
Everybody
engineers
uses
do
SolidWorks.
these
No,
things.
no,
Yes,
don't
okay.
assume on the show. Just say it.
Yeah, every engineer uses SolidWorks.
Thank you.
Yes,
Continue.
or AutoCAD. We'll be fair.
SolidWorks.
No, they
Continue.
don't. Nobody uses AutoCAD.
No one uses AutoCAD.
In junior high.
No one uses AutoCAD.
Nobody uses
That's
AutoCAD.
another
That's why
10
they-
statement.
That's why they have to
Continue.
advertise.
That's Autodesk, Robbie. It's too
Same
It's the same
thing.
company.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my bad. So, like, how hard would it be? Say I wanted to do something stupid, like put box flares on my Omni. How hard would it be to draw that up in SolidWorks and then print them, and then
Total time,
like
including printing.
no, I know printing time is huge.
How about a level from 1 to 10 of difficulty for you, Robbie?
1.
Okay, there we go.
I
think
could
that was what you were
Being
looking for,
zero,
right?
1 being little difficulty and
Yes.
10 being very hard.
I could literally.
On a scale of 1 to 7.
How many do you need?
Well, I would
4.
need 4 because I have 4 wheels with which I need to flare.
And they're different technically.
Oh,
But only 2 of them are different. Front and
like since
rear.
it would be multiple pieces.
So like,
hour
but
to
my
model
question
it
is,
total for all of
like,
it?
if you had a SolidWorks program,
I do.
could you get pretty close without having a 3D like laser scan of a car?
Oh God, yeah.
Really? Why are people doing all this work trying to like build
I could like,
fiberglass mold plugs and then matching the other side? Just fucking print it.
just print it, man. It'd be super easy.
That's what I
3D
was
printing is the future.
That's
people.
why-
I
that's-
literally 3D printed a part I drew up yesterday. Today.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing in
I'm
here.
holding-
My takeaway from this was it doesn't require a mold.
Yeah, that's what I'm
take
getting
no
at.
time at all.
So like, if
You
I
could
wanted
3D print your mold.
So if you wanted to print, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is because a lot of people they'll use like, you go and you buy that foam that you stick fake flowers in, and
Yep.
you glue that to the car, and then you
sand
shape it, and then you try and like
Make a mold.
make little jigs to match the other side so that they're symmetrical.
Uh-huh.
Fuck all that.
Not
100%.
We're printing this stuff.
Yeah, it'd be super easy.
I'm just calling David. And I'm like, yo, bro, print this.
Well, and that's just it. The plastic, depending on what material you use, costs like a cent.
Well,
It's
and
so
since
cheap.
since I'm using it as a mold and I'm gonna cover it in fiberglass and then pop that out,
Yep.
I don't care if it's really,
Yeah, it's
Fine.
Just get the cheapest shit.
and it doesn't need to be like real small layers, because when David prints like these cups or these
Cup holders
These-
or no,
these-
Coasters.
coasters, they're pretty small layers so that it's not stepped real badly.
Yeah,
And he does a really good job. These are super cool. I love these
yeah.
things.
You can dumb down your
Right, but you could bring down your resolution level, print them quicker and cheaper, because I'm just going to throw it away when I'm done anyway. This is the future, people.
yes,
I'm all
That's his
about
job.
this.
yes. I print with
We're
plastic.
not using Robbie
We're
correctly.
wildly underutilized.
Not only that, we do it with metal now. I do it with
Yeah, but we can't do it with
No,
metal.
I can't.
Because if I could get aluminum,
I am printing aerospace grade metal right now.
if you could just print me some aluminum fender flares and then I would just like TIG weld them on and wrap it, that would be the jam, but I know you can't.
The problem with aluminum
Aluminium?
is that it's in powder form.
I would
Is technically combustible.
I would
Hell yeah.
I would
So
accept
It can turn itself into a bomb.
I would
pretty easily.
accept titanium.
Titanium's
or,
also
or
reactive.
whatever aerospace grade
Nickel.
strange thing you use. I'll accept it. It's fine.
We only use.
I'm not picky
nickel
when
and
it
cobalt.
comes to my metals
Riv nuts.
and riv nuts.
Yep.
And then you just wrap it.
Now, honestly, you'd want to do like a carbon filled plastic. You'd be much happier with that.
I just want cheap plastic.
No, well, you can skip the carbon fiber part if you just do carbon filled plastic.
But I want to. Well, I suppose why you could print it hollow, I guess, so it clears my wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That'd be super easy, dude.
The possibilities are endless, people.
The hardest issue would be the size of the printer.
Why don't we all own 3D printers?
They cost like $1,000,
Maybe.
maybe, and they're super
And I
easy to
remember
use.
when David was setting his up, he was printing parts to make it bigger.
Yes, even the ones that we have printed parts on them
For it.
for it.
Yeah, so you buy a 3D printer and
print
then
it-
you print parts to make it better.
You buy a 3D printer and you print a 3D printer and then you return the 3D printer.
Basically, you could build one at home. Like
That's what a lot of people
it's
do.
It's not hard.
I know Joe when those crazy Miata things he made for us.
That we never showed anybody.
Those were
Yeah, we did.
laser cut, and he built the laser cutter for them. He did that himself. That was homemade.
Yep.
That's super rad too.
Yeah. So they back to this Lamborghini Aventador mock-up thing.
With an LS.
Yeah. So it's
Twin turbo LS
with a 911 transaxle,
996 transaxle.
which is great.
Probably
Yes.
not going to take all that, but that's a lot.
It's fine.
You just roll into the throttle.
Yes.
It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
no clutch drops,
No, you just roll into
nothing
it, it's
crazy.
fine.
Make sure
Highway
those
pulls.
turbos are massive so that they lag real hard.
Don't build a bunch of torque down low.
Oh, that's right. They are going to turbo that LS, aren't they?
It is. I think it's turboed now.
It's
Yeah.
got twin.
Yeah, if it's just an LS, it'd be fine.
It'd be fine,
But,
but-
turbo's kind of sketchy.
But no, it actually looks kind of like an Aventador, and it looks like a decent kit car. Is how I would call it. So it's a
very
it's a
good
cool way to do it.
Fiero.
They spent $20,000 on it, and they didn't have to use a Fiero. They could just build the frame and be done
Just
with it.
built it. Yeah.
I love this idea. I think that this is the future of this is a shining example of the future of a lot of things.
Yes.
Kit car building. You know, you could buy plans and print your car. Somebody could make the plans, and then you just buy them from them and print them.
Actually, I think it's the future about everything because
Well, yeah,
we've
3D
had
printing.
we've had customers come to us and say, "Don't even quote us unless it's completely printed." Okay. Okay.
I've seen people printing things for houses, even printing houses. They
I've
got
seen
this
printed.
giant.
Yeah, they have a 3D printer with concrete.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Hell yeah.
shit's
wild.
wild out there.
need to get on that, Michael.
I just want some. I'm with you. I just want some fenders. Start
Yeah.
with fenders.
Let's start with fenders. Can you print me a turbo manifold?
Sure.
At work, you could. You should really.
with enough time.
Oh, I could actually.
They should
with
really.
enough R&D
You should
time.
really get them to loosen up a little bit on their.
Let me use the machine for personal things.
Yeah.
Go over to the powder bed fusion machine
Call
and
it
Yeah,
R&D.
we'll-
just
R&D.
print you.
We'll pay for the
I
material.
I do need it.
promise you, the materials are more expensive than just buying one. I promise.
Okay,
you.
fair enough. Never mind.
eBay's a wonderful place, people.
Get your Chinese manifold. I promise you, it'll cost a fraction of what it would cost to print.
we could build a home built foundry and cast our own manifold
Nice.
for cheaper.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it though. I think it's cool.
Yep.
Not only that, but I think this is cool. It's a father son thing.
That is cool.
Just super rad. I'm all about
One
father
day,
son things
I would love to build a kit car.
with your son.
If I have some,
No.
maybe. Yeah, that's way down the road. Maybe.
It can't be too far down the road. You're getting old, Robbie.
Old man.
We're all getting fucking old, man.
Yeah, but I could always adopt some kid.
You get like
There's used kids available all the time.
you just. You probably have a neighbor who kind of neglects their child. Let's be real. We'll just borrow
That's
him
enough.
when you need it.
Yeah, but
That's plenty.
I could borrow some
That's
kid.
plenty.
Yeah.
Don't
You
just
want a
don't-
kid?
Don't,
Just ask.
Just borrow one because
I'll-
they're going. Please take them away.
I'll
from me."
borrow you mine anytime you'd like.
I could
And he loves cars
babysit,
already.
and they could pay me to
That's
I'm
a
not
win-win.
I'm not
Then I-
paying you shit. Speaking of things that are way overpriced,
babysitters.
babysitters. Shit's out of control.
It's not cheap,
Yeah, gotta add like $100 to a date night if you want a babysitter.
which makes it like a $400 date.
Yeah.
when you go get sushi.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not getting sushi. But like when the most expensive thing about my date night is the babysitter, I'm just not gonna go on a date night.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at in my life.
Cost of champagne's out of control too.
That too.
I don't know. I just drink the hoppy refreshers.
The hoppy refresher.
They're so good.
Damn,
That was
I
so
totally forgot about those. I need to get some of
gross.
those.
They're at Hy-Vee and they cost like $4, and they're so good.
You've been like pounding those back.
No, every once in a while,
Gross.
They're tasty.
they are delicious.
There was nothing tasty
It's
about
hoppy
it.
and refreshing.
It's hoppy
It's
and-
exactly,
it's exactly
the name
what it
is
is.
exactly what it
It's
is.
the most accurate name of all of drinks.
I don't understand why you want something that's hoppy.
Because it doesn't, in my opinion,
Hops are good.
it's not. It doesn't taste like beer, in my opinion.
It tastes
like
an I almost
hops.
like, almost yeah, like
but it
almost
doesn't
like an
taste
IPA.
like beer.
No.
It tastes like a hoppy water.
Yep. And then hops have like a medicinal way of just relaxing you. Like I have no idea how true that is, but it's very refreshing. So you're relaxed. And
It's true,
it's-
Robbie. They relax you.
It's Robbie's
Stamps.
wind down. You know, winds him down.
yeah,
that's all right. That's fine.
End of a day.
I'm more of an upper kind of guy. I like my caffeine.
Yeah, but like 9 o'clock at night, you're like,
I'm just about to go back to work at 9 o'clock.
Chill.
at night.
Yeah, he needs caffeine all the time.
I need.
Oh, that's right.
I'm all rise, no fall.
He is all rise. He's all rise to the end where it's just crash and
Yeah,
then
and then I
you guys
die.
go back up again.
Yeah, and then you'll find me on the side of the road because I got real tired and needed like a 10-minute snoozer to make it home without killing somebody.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's one of those moments where you wake up and you have no fucking clue where you are. You're like, "Meh, what?
Oh look!
Oh, time to go again."
Look at that rest area.
Yep. Anyways.
Yes.
Are we done?
We
Let's
are
shut
done.
this shit
Shut it
down.
down. Was not even remotely fucking shorter than anything else we've ever done. So
Weird.
congratulations, you guys. We are
Short show.
consistent at the exact same time every week, despite having less things on this list. How does that happen? I do not understand. We keep progressively putting less things on here, and it's exactly the same time. So
Yeah,
goodbye.
ApexTrackCoach.com.
There you go.
We forgot about that. See, it wasn't on the list. 10 tets at checkout. Get them out for free.
And it's wonderful.
Thanks. Bye.